I hope it doesn't do that the whole time.
Oh yeah, I can see you, Robbie. Jess, you still here? We didn't lose you, did we?
You have it going in.
Now it says, looks like you're ready. Click here for Left Undone.
Mute the video on your web browser where you're watching it.
I hope it doesn't do that the whole time.
Oh yeah, I can see you, Robbie. Jess, you still here? We didn't lose you, did we?
You have it going in.
Now it says, looks like you're ready. Click here for Left Undone.
Mute the video on your web browser where you're watching it.
Who, me?
Yes. You have it going in.
Now it says, looks like you're ready. Who, me?
Yeah, that's really weird. It's like it's going back through.
Okay, hold on. Do this.
Yeah, that's really weird. It's like it's going back through.
Yeah, weird.
Okay, hold on.
Do this. Goodness gracious. Glad nobody's here.
Yeah, so I mean I hear you and you sound good, but
I gotta.
Yeah, weird.
Oh,
what
yeah.
application are you using?
Let me get rid of that.
Okay, I think you fixed it.
I think I fixed it.
You fixed it. Yay.
Did
Okay,
I?
now now it's not echoing, so let me go see. Are you live right now? Let me see. Did you go live under the community tab or did you go live on your main page?
I think I'm under just us. So let's see.
Yeah, I don't see it under.
You don't see it under my.
Yeah, I'm on Left Undone and I don't see it on the main page or the community tab.
Okay, hold on. So we're live just ourselves then.
Okay.
How do I fix that?
Welp. That is the question.
Manage? No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to exit the stream.
Do you want me to team viewer in? I can try to team viewer in if you'd like.
What does that mean?
That
oh, you know what?
I'll give you a couple minutes because you're actually really smart, and I think if I talk, you'll get confused. You know.
Stop live stream. Okay. Share screen. I can do that. Let's see. While we're here, I just want. Tell me if you can see this. Okay, hold on. Can you see that? My phone. I think I messed something up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry. No, I muted myself. Sorry.
Okay. You're
Yeah, I can see your phone. It says, yeah, stop mirroring. There we go. Now I'm looking at your phone.
Okay.
All right. So this is your phone.
Okay. So I was sharing my phone just to play with that. Okay. So
okay, cool. That. So that works. That's awesome.
Okay. So, but now I see us here and I don't want us here. But I don't know who we're live to. Like nobody.
No, you're not. You're not live though. Are you trying to go live in Facebook? Because you're in Facebook on your phone right now.
I'm on Facebook on my phone, but I mean in the YouTube thing. Why am I on YouTube showing all this, but we're not?
Oh, what app was it that you were using to broadcast it all out?
Zoom.
Zoom is supposed to do it. So in Zoom, like, interesting.
Broadcast Zoom. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here it is.
Yay. Kathy figured it out.
Oh, now it wants me to do all this again. Okay. It needs all these codes again. I think I got rid of the wrong ones. That's why. Okay. So the stream key, I need a copy. Stream key. And then I had too much stuff open. I think it was confusing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally know what you mean. I totally get what you mean.
Now there's this little pop-up at the top of my screen, which is really annoying. Screen sharing, stop share, screen share. Here, let's screen share this. So then maybe you can help. How about if I screen share something that actually helps?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it says copy this.
Yeah. Oh, don't show that. Oh God. Oh, don't show that.
Well, I'm showing it to you, but nobody else is gonna see it, are they?
No.
Okay, copy. And then I have to go over here, see? Streaming key, paste, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back here and it wants the stream URL. And I go back here, URL, paste. Okay, and then I go here. And you're in the way. Oh, there you go. Share. And then I need this, copy. And paste. Now go live. What happens here?
Okay, hey, go live.
Okay, hit go live. I did this. And then they say it's a 20-second delay.
Yeah, because it's probably being like restreamed through the server. So let's see.
Oh, I know, because we have to share that link probably like in Facebook or on my community page in order for people to come in.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, okay, hold on a second. Okay, let's just see what happens here. So basically preparing to live stream the meeting. Okay, so basically you did all that through Zoom's website and this My Settings thing, right?
Yeah.
Click My Settings. Let me take a look at that up here on the top left. Yeah, click that. Scroll down. Is this where you went to do it?
This is where it all started, where I had to make sure I enabled that I can do
Okay, then click Broadcast Meeting Zoom up at the top. I was just wanting to look at this for a second.
oops.
Broadcast Meeting Zoom. There you go.
I can't get that to go away.
To the yeah, click it right where it says. See how there's 3 tabs open? Just go ahead and click Broadcast Meeting, the 3rd tab that's open up here in this tab bar. Yep. Where?
No, okay, hold on. There it's in my way. Okay, there.
There you go. Okay, unable to live stream custom service. Update the streaming. Okay, click that. Let's see.
Okay, so now I have to go back here and
Yeah, let's make sure we got it. Okay, so grab your just hit copy your stream key, copy that,
okay.
and then paste that in the stream key. Gotcha. And then URL, let's go back to YouTube. And then see how it's yeah, grab that, copy that. Streaming URL, yep, okay. Go ahead and paste it. It's the same one, but paste it anyway, just because, I mean, well, yeah.
Okay,
All right, and then streaming page URL.
which is this up here.
All right.
Copy that. The lady on the YouTube video made it look so easy.
I know, they always do.
And I actually did it to just with myself, but I was the only one in the meeting, so I don't know if it really worked because I was the only one there.
I don't know if that link.
I might have to start over, huh?
That link that you're doing, that last link that we're copying in, is that just like how do you get to your webpage, or like where do we get that
That's
from?
what she said to do in the YouTube. I can show you the YouTube video, or it's in the link on the. If you want to look if yourself on the thing, she goes.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
It's like the second one. You know, I showed you the one, and you were like, okay, cool, and then there was another one after that.
All right, hold on.
More helpful. It
Did
looks
you Did you DM it to me directly? Let's see.
It's in the group. Look, it looks like this.
Oh, okay. I
Just-
see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm doing something wrong right now because it's saying unable to live stream again.
Okay. All right. I'm watching.
Sorry, Jessica, we're taking up your night.
I ain't got nothing going on. I just keep muting you guys so you don't have to listen to everything going on.
It's like me.
But I'm
when
listening to you. You just can't hear me or all of my commotion.
Dang, I thought I had this all figured out too. I thought I was so smart an hour ago. There went that idea. Robbie will figure it out.
Okay. Let's go back to the live streaming page, and then okay, go ahead and all right. So this thing right here that has your link, this JFA, blah 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 blah. What did you click the share button right here?
Oh,
Exit stream.
wait, which one?
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me find out what he said to do. All
Are you
right.
that lady or are you
Dude,
on the guy?
click. I'm on the dude. Click where it says manage over here on the left. Yeah, click that. Hit exit.
Okay.
And then now what we want to do is okay, hit the little three dots right here where it says Left Undone. Right next to the title. There's three little dots right next to the title on the right of it. And then hit options. And then let's see, hold on a second. Get shareable link.
Okay.
Okay. And then let's put that into your broadcast meeting. Okay, update. Yeah, update. And then let's just paste that down on the bottom one. Down on the bottom on it.
Okay.
All right, and then try go live. And then while that's doing that, let's go back to the live streaming page on YouTube right here in the middle. And all right, let's see. I got it. Sorry, I just changed my view and I didn't want to do that. Okay. Monetization off, visibility private, left undone. Okay, live now. Okay, go ahead and click into it.
Okay, here's where it's doing that.
All right, and then okay, so it's live. It's live. It's just it's private. So
Okay.
if
So
you go back out, to where we were just at, by clicking just the back button on your browser is fine. Yeah. Do it again. Okay, maybe not. We need that. We just need to go back out to that same manager thing that we were just at right before. So yeah, in here. So go back again. Try clicking back again and see if it stubborn ass thing. Okay, here we go.
Oops.
Okay, we need to go.
Should I create again or no?
No, back because it's already open still. So just go forward one, I suppose.
Okay. Oh yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, studio. Yeah, studio. Okay, we're good.
No, I messed up. Okay, so go back forward again.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. there we go.
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thingy. Okay,
Okay.
and then, all right, so you see where it says visibility private? Click that little drop down. And then you can decide, yeah, public, go public, and let's see if I can pull it up on stream. Let's see. So, left undone. All right. Connecting stream software. Capture top moments. Okay, so now So now, like, if you can minimize your YouTube. Yep, minimize your YouTube.
This?
Oh, now I can hear myself. Okay, we're good. No, it's not on your end. It's my fault. Okay, you're good. So minimize your web browser and then just be in Zoom.
Oh, there we go.
And we can see you. I can see myself.
Wait, is that Jessica? Do we see you too, Jess?
Let's
No,
see here.
no, wait, hold on. What is this?
Stop sharing your screen on your end, Kathy. There you go.
Okay. I saw
And then-
something weird. I'm like, that's me. I'm like, is that Jessica?
enough to play with everything in the fucking bathroom.
And then,
It's your evil twin.
Put it up on the shelf again.
And Jessica, just so you know, we do have a little bit of background chatter coming through on your end. So Kathy, now what you want to do is I can see your web browser, and then I can see us up in the corner is what I can see on your stream. There you go. Now I can see us. There you go. See, now we're talking.
I see you. I see Jess's name.
Yep.
I see you. And I
Yep.
see me. And then I see you
Yep.
down there. You're talking. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But now I can't see what I can't see is the YouTube chat.
So do you have your phone?
Yeah, that's what I need to do, huh? To have another screen.
Yeah, or another screen. But yeah, that's a way too as
But I
well.
have two screens, huh? For something like that.
But yeah, you're doing it. So we're Zoom, and then like let's say that like you wanted to show.
Is anybody here?
No, not yet. There's three of us. 3 watching now. It
So
says.
4 now.
Screens, huh? For something.
Hi everybody.
Okay, so
But
then-
yeah, you're doing it.
Now, wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says live chat top 3, but chat. Okay, hold on. Hey, oh, I know, because I'm not even on my Left Undone. Did that chat come up?
Yep.
Because that's on my regular.
Personal. Your personal. Yep.
Mhm.
Jessica. Yep. You got it. Jessica, are you there?
Did we lose Jess? She's there. She's probably muted.
I'm here. Yep, I just have you guys muted so that it's not all crazy.
Okay, now I see there's 6 people here. All right, people, we're trying something very new. So please do not come here and expect some breaking Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell.
Unfortunately, we wish we had breaking news.
Not breaking news. This is just us trying to figure out how to do a Zoom versus whatever. Yeah, we got people. Hi, everybody.
Hi, April.
Hi, April.
Hi, Deb.
Oh my gosh. Is it working, you guys? Can you see us
Yeah.
all?
Yeah.
Hey, Deb. Oh, this is cool. I'm really happy about this.
Let's get some Lori Vallows in the chat here. Get the big nose. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Hey guys, this is a surprise. We I've been working all day. Yep, there's Robbie. Everybody's here. There's my Robbie's got his Melanie nose. So yeah,
Oh,
this
it's Melanie and not Lori. Sorry.
Melanie's
yeah.
the liar, you know.
Well, so is Lori.
Well,
I
they're
mean,
both
let's be honest. Let's
Yes.
call a liar a liar. Maybe they both lie quite a bit.
This is true. Hey you guys, we're doing there's a porta potties Tracy has. Second live of the day, huh? What do you guys think? We're doing a actually moderator live here. So my
Moderators.
Robbie's not mad after all.
No, I'm not mad. I joined Carl's group because I was in it before, but like when I would go to it, it was just like a blank screen and it would just show like 3 like random, like it just was weird. Like it was, and I didn't understand it. And so I left it, right? And then I found out from Kathy that, you know, this is the place. This is where, you know, the people are like a-holes or whatever. And last night while she was live and they were live, I was watching both lives and he was saying something either like he was spilling, like the one thing I will say is he spills all the tea, like on the religious aspect to like he's in Salt Lake. And I was agreeing with something that he was saying as far as the investigation was concerned. So no, I'm not mad. I was not mad or anything. I was just agreeing with one teeny tiny incy wincy thing that he said. And I was shocked to hear that this is the fucking person, right? This is the person.
Well, I have
What
to
a
admit,
dick.
he was much more polite on his interview with Jay for Justice than he is behind his warrior keyboard. Behind the keyboard, he is not as polite. I can say that right now.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Look, Tracy says,
see.
"Who's Robbie? He's cute, huh? He's cute. My little moderator."
Thank you. Mucho hearts. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got this kind of figured out. And she also figured out how to mirror her screen on her phone. So she wants to show video from her phone.
I don't know. Maybe let me see if I can find something just to play with that for a second.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What can I find? What can I find? Hold on, I'll mirror it. Let's go to, we'll go to East Idaho News. How about that?
Perfect.
Sorry, you guys are our experimental group tonight that happened to wander in.
Screen on her phone.
I hear the, let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's do this. If I can do it, I'm going to share my screen and do this. Tell me what you guys think. Oh, I gotta, wait, hold on. This is all technically way above anybody that was born in the 60s. So I'm doing my best.
First time's a charm.
Right? Okay. You guys should be able to see it. Look. Can you see it?
I can see yours. So I can see in Zoom, I can see it. There. Okay, now on your stream. It takes a couple seconds, I think. No. I don't see it in Zoom. Oh, now I do. Now it is. Okay, yeah. So like try to play a video or something.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, it has you have a stream delay of about 20 seconds, which is, gonna happen.
Come on, East Idaho News. Oh, I was gonna find a Vallow Daybell something or other here.
Watch parties. Well, and this is so Deb, what's cool is like when the trial's going on or whatever, like we could watch it or
Okay, hold on. Let's go to.
You're so techie now. Good job.
Oh.
Nice work.
Oh no, I don't. We gotta watch something that has to do with
Your local.
Oh, I heard that. So that's good. There's audio.
Look, Limu.
Sorry.
Someone needs help customizing and saving with Liberty Mutual.
Double down on the
Oh.
ads here.
Wahoo. Here we go.
It's probably not the best one. He's in a helicopter. It's probably not the best one to pick. There you go.
I've been waiting 5 months to talk to you.
Okay. Click this screen and try to do big mode, like big picture mode, or like turn it to the side. Yes.
When you realize
Yes, there you go.
that the people that you know and you're close to and love
Try maximizing, making it full screen.
involved in something that has to do with
Is there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I can fix it. Maybe. Why did the mirror go away?
Oh, there we go. Now it's full screen. Okay. It was full screen now it's full screen in Zoom. Okay, you got it. So press play if you can.
Okay, hold on. Because I had to turn my phone sideways.
That makes it take up the whole screen.
Playing on the TV.
in something that has to do with kid.
Every time I do that, it goes away.
Well, it was there for. All right, so now I can see it. Can you press play now or no? Interesting. And I can't hear you either now.
Well, I'm not talking.
Oh, okay. Well, we can watch it like this. Oh.
I know, I messed it up. How are our people doing? Are they over us right now?
It says, so cool. That's from April. Hannah, is this trial going to be we're broadcasting it right now. I like when people tell it like it is, said Maria Vena. Thank you, Maria. Deb, you're doing great. Kathy, Tracy said, awesome. Would a mod be able to share Robbie's channel link at Left Undone? Thanks. Yeah, so we surely can share my channel link. I mean, is that okay with you, Kathy?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And then let's see. I have a shortened YouTube link. Let me grab it for you guys. Because I'm not cool. I had to put it into a YouTube or a link maker, like a thing that makes your links smaller. Let's see.
What do you guys see?
We see it where it says on your phone or iPad, connect to Wi-Fi network, and then I'm in the top right corner.
Yeah, me too. That's what I see too. Okay. Huh. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys are the big experiment of the night here.
And
But
then
once we get it down, it'll be really good because if there's like a live or a court hearing, or we can even do like the watch parties.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know what else I can do here? I can do desktop, and then I could go right. I could go to what can I do over here? We can watch it over here though, right? I can just watch something on the desktop, not the
Yeah,
phone.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Just do that. Exactly.
And then I can go
Yeah, anything. That's actually what I would do, to be honest with you.
instead of the phone. The phone would be good for like a picture or something that pops up, but
Yeah.
you know, but as far as watching. Oh, look at Lori's lovely picture.
Are we going to talk about anything curious tonight, Maria? Well, we are just technically troubleshooting right now, but of course there's always
We can talk
topics.
for sure. We
There's
just want to make
always
sure this
topics.
works for want to make sure this works for when we like actually want it in a hurry, you know?
Michelle says, this is awesome, no worries. This is exciting. Tracy said, you're gonna have to take off the whole trial.
Oh, I know, right? I'm gonna have to take like a medical leave of absence for anxiety or something.
Deb says, we got time. Maria says, I think just testing.
I've been waiting 5 months to
So
talk
how's
to
that?
you,
Yeah,
and you've been hard to find.
Like this.
I know.
Would it be
Yeah.
fair to say that you've
perfect. Perfect. Play it.
Okay.
It paused.
Yes.
Been, why?
When you realize that the people that you know and you're close to and
Can
love
everybody hear it okay?
have been
1 sec, I'll check it.
something that has to do with kidnapping and people dying, you start to think, oh my gosh, are they going to come after me? Like, everything
Yep,
closes.
they can hear it.
And
then you can use your phone for,
you start
chat.
to think about,
yeah,
what
there you
really
go.
happened? And could this really be true? I had all
Awesome.
kinds of fears. What the media would say about me
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing so we can talk.
if they would say it the way
Does
I want
anybody
to say
care?
it, like I'm saying it now. I wasn't
I mean,
ready
This video?
So why are you ready today?
because I faced all
Anybody?
Wait, what was that?
I was gonna get rid of the video so we can just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
no,
that we
for
know
sure.
it works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, where am I? Oh, I know what I have to minimize. All right. Okay. Now where am I? You helped me fix this before. Now I only see.
Okay, so stop sharing your screen is what you gotta stop doing.
Okay.
There you go, you fixed it. Yay.
Thinking as Robbie's here.
Yay. So yeah, when you're done, you stop sharing your screen. That's what you have to do.
That's how it works. We stop. Before I go and show my
Your tax
that you don't want to
returns.
see on my computer,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
All of your stuff.
Hi, everybody. First time. Oh, there's a first time person. Okay, Judith, don't judge, please. We are actually really just learning how to do this where you can see all of us and talk to the mods and stuff too. So we can always do this with, we should once a month maybe have somebody, one of you guys, one of the members come on and be in the Zoom or something too, where we can.
Absolutely. When you said wine night, I was like, well, does it just like we all jump in a Zoom call and have some wine? That's what I thought maybe it was.
I think that would actually be a really good idea. It might actually be better.
That would be kind of fun to do. But yeah, absolutely. I wonder, so since everything's all figured out and we got all our technical difficulties figured out, what are the updates on the case today? There are any updates? Is there? Have you heard any updates?
We did the live this morning and there really wasn't anything new. I thought for sure there'd be charges by this week.
Yeah, by now, right?
Of course, we've been saying that for months before. I thought this week Chad would be arrested. I thought this week Chad would be arrested. I thought this week Chad would be arrested.
Did you see the new picture of Lori from jail? The one that she has for her her tablet profile or whatever.
That really pretty one.
Yes, isn't it so good? It is so good.
Ziggy, we don't do that when I'm live. The cat.
Bad Ziggy.
Bad Ziggy. One day he did that when the chickens were in that room and he was making everybody crazy.
Don't do that, Ziggy.
I don't know why she looks so bad. She looks like 40 years older in that picture.
Yeah. And she's like, the angle on that is not like a good angle either.
No, it's looking down.
Yes. So I'm a little bit curious. Yeah, Charlie girl. That's the channel that I saw that from, is the girl who tried to do the video call to Lori. And yeah, I thought that was just interesting.
Plunder.
Yeah. Was it Plunder who did that? Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Charlie girl says we should do. Are you in favor of the Zoom wine call, Charlie girl, or or is that a yay? Yeah, there's a wink. She must want to.
That's a yay, girl. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So how you can get quite a few people on a Zoom call, like 100 or something.
Oh yes, you can.
So how do I see who I want to see though? Like right now, Robbie's really big on the screen.
Double click them.
Oh, so if I wanted it, so Jess isn't here, but if I double click her,
yeah, but she's not on video, right? So yeah. It's like,
if she was,
you could double click her and make her, well, let's see, maybe it's not.
Would that be for everybody or does anybody get to pick who they want to see big?
Oh, okay. So no, you pick it because you're the one broadcasting. So everybody sees what you decide. So if you click, for me, speaker view or gallery view, it changes it between full screen on the speaker, or gallery view just splits it up evenly depending on how many people are there.
Where's that, under more?
No, it's just like when you're like in Zoom, like if like kind of like when you move your mouse around in Zoom, like where it says share screen, record.
Gotcha. I see that. Okay. More? No.
No, like so like it's like mine says speaker view or exit full screen. It's up at the top right is where mine is.
Oh, gallery view. Oh, I see. Oh, there we go.
Gallery view.
Gallery view. Sorry, I'm slow, people. This is
no. And like mine's Windows.
Saturday night.
I'm on Windows and she's on Mac too. So like sometimes when we try to figure stuff out, it's like a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, you guys. So thank you guys for showing up. It's kind of cool that you're here to help us figure out our new and improved
layout.
Left Undone layout. I think this is really good. I had no idea I could do this with Zoom and live stream it.
I'm gonna mute my camera for just a second and see if it does the smart thing and automatically makes you the center of attention here. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. Okay, cool.
Oh, interesting.
On my side, and then let me wait for a second for the delay on yours.
See, this is cool because we could have guests now. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, now you're full screen on your stream. It takes your stream delay is like a 20-second delay. You might be able to change that, but that's pretty standard.
So these, what I'm saying, nobody gets it for 20 whole seconds.
Yeah. Like we're live and then they get it in 20 seconds from now.
Oh. Cassie is one of the mods here, and she was the one that told me to, suggested the phone calls, but I think we've stepped it up a little bit, Cassie, don't you? This will be good. We were talking about the phone calls a while back, like letting people call in, and we were trying to figure that out. Ziggy, stop. That cat, I'm telling you, he is so much trouble. Talk to people for a minute.
Okay.
Let him out because he's
Sure.
banging on the door. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So, oh no. Have to be careful. Email. I can get hacked and send some porn pics. Happened to my friends. I know. What's that banging sound? Well, the cat was trying to get out of the room, is what it was. Come here. Come here. Can guess still us old school Skype was with Zoom? I don't know. I actually don't know. But this is Oreo, and he is my baby. So it's gonna take a second. Yeah, little stream delay.
Oreo, and he looks like my old. I had a little Sadie that died not too long ago. Looked just like him.
Oh.
Little Jack Russell-ish looking Chihuahua.
Yeah. So he's we're waiting for Chick-fil-A to come home right now. Anyway. Yeah,
Like
I'm not
a person.
Yeah, no food. Like I'm not a big supporter of their values, but I really like their chicken sandwiches. So
Chick-fil-A is yummy.
I know it makes them really.
Oregon, I don't think nowhere around that.
Okay, all right, Oreo. I'll let you down. Okay, bye, baby.
Bye,
Go
Oreo.
on. All right, he's out. He's outro. I know. Thanks, April. He's the star of my stream on Twitch. Like he's more famous on Twitch than I am. Like people automatically ask about Oreo. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
All right, like Oreo, that's all about you.
Yeah, gotta love that Oreo. Oh, you want in there? Okay. I had to put him in the laundry basket. He couldn't jump into it.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he's a teacup chihuahua.
Okay. How big? Like what? How couple pounds?
Yeah, he's like a 6-pounder or something. He's really tiny.
Little buddy. Cute.
Yeah. Your setup is amazing. Time to get that kind of setup for Kathy. Well, she. Here's the thing, guys. You can.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to show you something for a second. What about my makeup mirror setup here?
Yeah, makeup vlogging. Hello.
But yeah, Robbie's. I love that. Like that. What do you have? Just like a purple light back there or something?
I have the LifeX bar. It's like a bar system. You can get it at Best Buy, but there's like it comes like at the panel of like 6 bars, and you can connect them in whatever way you want. I don't really want to move my camera to show it, but yeah, you couldn't really see it from here unless I went over there, and I don't want to like detach the camera and all that, but. Yeah, it's cool. I'm a Twitch streamer, so I, have like the setup for that, and the camera for that, and everything. But yeah, no, like here, the thing that I was gonna say is you don't have. It's like what I love about your channel, Kathy, and what you've done is with Left Undone is that you've really proven that you can just use what you have, and you can still cover stories. You can still build an audience. You can literally what she's done, guys, is just use her MacBook to edit her videos, to post her videos. You don't have to have like a professional grade setup. Like, yeah, definitely there's stuff that you can get that enhances it.
Make it over time.
Yeah, right, over time. But don't look at it like that. Like when I started like streaming, like I did it from my laptop, my own MacBook. Like I was streaming a video game, which a little at the time did I know you're not supposed to do that because MacBooks aren't good for video games. But yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's what I like. I just started doing it like that. I actually didn't expect much. I mean, I just wanted to follow a true crime for the
Yeah.
whatever. And
Absolutely.
and so now slowly, you know, I got my microphone, which isn't plugged in. Oh yeah, it is. I got my lights. So, and Robbie and I were talking about like me getting a new setup as far as double screens and stuff. Cause like right now doing this, normally I can see the chat right here. Oh, welcome, Melissa. Look at you joining our
Hi, Melissa. Welcome to the club.
Whole Case member. Join us for happy hour on
Welcome, welcome.
Although this month it was 3 Fridays, so we may do surprise ones.
Yeah.
Thank you. But Robbie was talking about getting me, like, I will get like a double screen and stuff, because normally I can see the chat right here, but now if I'm going to do it like this, which is better, I'm looking at my phone. So I definitely need to get more screens, and I like his camera is definitely better too. I'm using my Mac Air camera, so.
Well, your camera has actually done a really great job. Like I said, getting your channel off the ground. You don't have to have, you know, studio equipment, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to know that you can really start from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been following a couple other YouTubers as well that are just getting started. And it's like they're doing stuff like silly things like recording in their closet because that's the only place they can get quiet. And it's like, but the content they're covering, I'm like, I'm listening to this and I'm like actually enjoying what they're talking about, right? So like you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, so if anybody has ideas and stuff, oh, Melissa, look at you with your LU. Thank you. Tracy. Welcome, Tracy. We love new people. We love everybody, but we love new people.
Absolutely.
Welcome, new people. Thank you for being here.
Kathy, you are real.
What's Penny talking about? Good way to lose followers. Penny, what are you talking about? Are you being nice, or I don't understand that comment. Good way to lose followers. By what? By doing what? By having
Judith says, I have a Maine something cat that weighs 26 pounds versus your cute little dog. Yeah, my little dog is not, he acts like he's a tough dog, but he's not a tough dog at all.
26 pounds? Because Ziggy weighs like 18, 19, and he's huge. So that's almost 10 pounds bigger than Ziggy. That's huge.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big one. That's almost as big as well, you know, Mr. Dumbow's text. Oh, I shot a raccoon in the yard. There's another raccoon in the yard, Tammy. I had to shoot it.
First of all, who shoots raccoons, number one? I mean, I don't know. I've only lived in the sticks for a little while, and it's not quite the sticks, but to me, it's the sticks. But I don't hear anybody shooting the raccoons. And there's a raccoon that comes. In fact, my sister has the craziest, and she's in Seal Beach, California. The other night, her Ring doorbell camera caught 5 raccoons chasing a coyote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like hunting it down.
I can share it with you guys.
That is a trip. Oh, that's right. You can play it.
I could totally play it. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, here it is. Let me share my phone again. Okay. I don't know. Somebody thinks I'm going to lose viewers, but that's okay.
I know. I'm trying to figure out who she is. Do you know her? Is this somebody?
No, I don't know what the heck she's talking about.
I don't know either. Oh well, don't worry, guys. We got plenty of people
more
here.
than I'm losing, so I'm not really going to complain.
Internet's full of haters, unfortunately. She has been. Is she friendly? Like, what's happened? What does she mean? Like, elaborate. Like, lose followers, as in how so?
Let me know if you can see this.
Oh, maybe she's talking because we're like troubleshooting while we're doing this.
Can you see this, or do you still see
I see on your iPhone or iPad connect to Wi-Fi.
Why was it doing? It's doing that again. It was doing that before.
Tap screen mirroring, choose Zoom. So remember we just decided to do it. We just decided to minimize or share your screen and use your web browser on your computer. Remember?
Oh, okay. So you guys can't see my raccoons. All right. Well, I'll figure it out.
Oh wait, is it only on your phone or was it on like?
Yeah, it was a text that my sister sent me. With the
Oh, okay, then
raccoon.
yeah, you were doing it right. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again.
There's a delay, maybe. No.
Well, it showed me your screen for a second and then it went away. There is a delay, but then.
Okay. Share screen.
Okay.
iPhone, iPad versus AirPlay. Okay. On your iPhone, connect to Wi-Fi. I am. Tap screen mirroring. I am. And then choose Zoom Kathy's MacBook Air.
Okay, perfect. And now I can see it. Okay, so now just dismiss this notice because I can see where it says screen mirroring. You just want to.
Okay.
Now you just want to like go out. Yeah. Now just go back to the main screen. Like swipe up there. Now I can see it. Now I can see it. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Is it going?
I can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, watch.
Oh my God. Holy goodness. Okay, so this is a situation where you might want to kill some raccoons. Like,
Right.
this is maybe where you're like, yo, like there's
Go
like
with dad this time, but they're chasing the coyote. So
well,
maybe
maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you don't want to. Can you play it again? I want to see it again.
Yeah.
This is really good content, by the way. Oh my gosh, and it has audio too.
Yeah.
Dang. This is
Right?
behind the scenes bonus content. You're right, Heather. It is. Okay, that is hilarious. Okay, so let's try to exit this mode.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me
Okay, so now we have to end in Zoom. Stop. There we go.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
Queen.
So this is a big experiment. So if you don't want to be experimented with, you might want to just go on, enjoy your night, or stay because.
So now go back to your chat on your phone
Okay.
so you can see it. This is behind the scenes bonus content. You're right, Heather. It is. Oh, now I can see your phone again. I can still. Oh wait, no, I can't. We're good. We're good. The thing is there's a 20-second delay, and then when I look at one screen, I was looking at 20 seconds ago. Sorry.
Yeah, that's confusing.
It is, but we're good. You're good. You have it all figured out. What was that the snarling noise? Go ahead.
I'm thinking it must have been the coyote, right? Or do raccoons make that noise? I don't know.
I couldn't tell if it was a snarl or just like a bunch of like it almost looked like they knocked something over, like a garbage bin got maybe wrestled or something.
Look at free Zoom lessons. Hawaii
I know.
Barefoot Moon Gardener. I love your name. Hawaii Idahoing Barefoot Moon Gardener. Be real. Real people accept reality, good and bad, and support each other. Thank you very much. Our son caught a baby raccoon on our front porch several years ago. It was a pet and thought it was a cat. Even when they eat our garden, we can seem to trap them. Can't, right? Back to the Future. That was awesome, you guys. Raccoon chatter. Is that what that noise was, Hannah? Chad makes devil noises. Chad is the devil. But does my face look really red in this lighting? I feel like it doesn't in my mirror, but.
You look fine to me.
Okay. I feel like I look like I've got a really red sunburned face for some reason. Jessica, are you still with us here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
All right. Jessica's my other mod, you guys, that's always here in the, in the chats and stuff, muting people that shouldn't be trolls and all that kind of stuff, so.
Helping us with the troll business. Yeah, guys, sorry I was not here for our live chat this morning. So I woke up and I was like, okay, I know Kathy's going live this morning, but I didn't have the exact time and I fell asleep. And then I woke up like it was like 2 and I was like, okay, I definitely missed it. So
That's why they're asking if you were mad, because I was like, where's Robbie? And Jessica was like,
I'm sorry.
Maybe
I've been really good. My attendance has been excellent up until today. Okay, I was there yesterday. I was there last week.
You used your PTO today.
Yeah, my bad. I've been really good on it. But you know what? I haven't really seen a lot of stuff in your community where it's like offensive and stuff. Luckily.
Yeah, I got a really good community.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Yeah.
And like compared to CNAG, like our Facebook community is great. Really, really great.
We don't like bullies.
Yeah, bullying is not nice, guys. Like in our Facebook group, we've actually had a very good week. Everything's been chill. Same thing with April's. It's been awesome. So yeah, definitely liking those chill vibes that are going on.
April, is you're still closed, right? You're
Hi,
just
Anna.
your Facebook group,
I believe it is.
because they were making nasty comments again today. So not nice, people.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry I missed it, April. Sorry, guys.
Robbie's gonna have to step it up in overtime when I have to leave.
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
are you leaving?
She's got to go.
Yep, I gotta go fight fires. So when I'm gone, you're gonna have
Oh.
to step up.
Okay. Are you in Northern California? It smells like fire outside today. It's not good.
I'm in Eastern Oregon, but I go all over the West.
Yeah, you know how it smells like when there's like a big fire somewhere? It smelled like that a little bit today. So it's all bad. I'm sure it's probably, I would have heard it by now if it was a big fire, but well, thanks for the work that you do. Fighting fires is awesome. Poor people in Paradise, California last year or 2 years ago.
Terrible.
Yeah, completely demolished a whole entire city.
And it's been really dry this spring. I feel like, Jessica, don't you? I think it's not gonna, and it's 2020. You know, this is the year that was canceled, so it's probably not going to be. I hate to say that, but nothing's gone right this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what I hear, our fire camps are supposed to be stupid crazy because of COVID and all of that, and I'm not excited.
Mm-mm.
Kathy and Jessica, you guys talk for a second. I'll be right back, okay?
Arizona does, Suzanne, have a lot of fires. Yeah, for sure. The whole west side of the United States seems to be Fireville. I know it. They say in Oregon, and Jessica, maybe you could talk about that, but the logging, once the logging stopped, the fires got worse.
Yep, 100% correct.
Yeah. They stopped the logging and the fires got worse. So that's a bummer.
All right, I'm gonna break for just 1 second while you guys chat. And then Kathy, why don't you tell them about my idea for my YouTube video that I'm making? What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good idea? I think that's a topic this chat would maybe get onto, is that idea.
Totally. So yeah, Robbie's making a video and he's showing Charles from January where he was at the hotel and speaking to the police officers there. And then the next day speaking to the police officers in front of the house, trying to get in, where he's kicking the door of his house and Lori's disappeared with the kids and he's very worried and concerned. And they're not really super taking him seriously. You know, I mean, they are, but they're not, but obviously they did it. And then bringing it forward to when the next video is when Charles was shot. So he's making a video to kind of pull that whole time together and show what he was doing and what the outcome was. So I think that's good. I think it's important too. What do you guys think? I think it's good. He was showing me a clip of it. He just has to kind of fill it in and narrate and stuff about what's going on. But that was messed up when you really think about it. Charles seemed like such a nice person. And he was, and the part that really kills me with Charles is when he was like, you know, this officer, this is breaking my heart, or this is killing me, you know, or I love her dearly. He said stuff like that about fucking, oh shoot, F word, sorry. Lori, like how horrible of a person is she that she could literally just be like, oh yeah, my husband, we need to kill him because I want to be with Daybell. And the father of her kid who adores him and obviously adored even Tylee and Colby and the other kids as his own, you know? And I don't know, you know, I know a lot of people that are step parents and they're great, but they still refer to their step kid as my stepdaughter. He was like my daughter, my son, you know, it's just really, really terrible. So yeah, I think that would be a really good video for Robbie to put together. What do you guys think? Hi, Marianne.
Heck yes.
How long after did Charles die, Pamela? So that original video was January of 2019 and he died in July of 2019. So literally from the first of the year till this time of year right now, practically. So yeah, pretty bad. Sorry, Michelle, my F-bomb. It was a half of an F-bomb. Charles is speaking from the grave, for real. Yep. I hope so. I hope the police learned. That's what we were talking about too. Robbie and I were talking about before we came on live, that some kind of legislation to take kids seriously. Like when Lori was in the police department with her purse and Melanie Gibb, why didn't they kind of take Tylee out of there and just kind of talk to her? Or when when this stuff is going on, maybe get a grandparent to come take the kid for a while, a couple weeks, until they figure out what's going on. Maybe the kid would feel more comfortable talking to grandma about what they were seeing and doing. It just seems like, hi, Kyle. Oh, Kyle, it's a lot of noise from the beginning because we're trying to figure out this new way of doing like, so we can actually have a stream with a bunch of us and we can do interviews and stuff. So yeah, I mean, honestly, there needs to be some changes, and I don't know if anybody knows how to start that stuff, but Tylee had no business being in that interview. And even if she was there for a little bit, she's not gonna be comfortable saying, yeah, my mom's batshit freaking crazy. I'm 16 years old. I wouldn't have been able to say that to my mom.
Yeah, there should be some sort of law where, like the kid can't like go with the parent to, because like what if she was being under control of Lori at that point, and she's not comfortable to say what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, and I would picture like, all right, Mrs. Vallow, come with me and your friend and your daughter. Why don't you stay here for a few minutes? We'll come get you in a minute. Bring her in, and then maybe somebody else go talk to them in the waiting room for a few minutes. I mean, just some other breaking it up, because when you're talking to 3 people, we did that as a nurse, okay. When you ask, okay, so the woman there is pregnant, having her baby, right? Not necessarily their husband doesn't know if they've ever had a therapeutic abortion, or if they've had herpes, or if they've had any kind of stuff in their history. So you don't necessarily want to ask that even in front of the partner, so there's ways to get somebody to step out for a minute, That's what they need to do. I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that there needs to be some sort of like legislation, or like, what if there was some sort of legislation where, Tylee could have emancipated herself or fled, the situation because of what was happening. She didn't want to move to Idaho. She was scared about JJ. So she, like, what if there was some sort of, system set up to where, kids that are put in these situations between parents that are, obviously there's a issue with custodial parental rights, but there's also the issue of, serious imminent danger too, that like just was completely just not really looked at all.
Right. And, she has an adult brother, he could have came into play here a little bit. He obviously cared about her, Colby, maybe can you go stay with your brother for a day or two while we straighten all this out? Or that, I mean, there just has to be something. But like I said, I was saying this on the live earlier, and I've said it before, I actually am a mandated reporter, right? And I had a patient one time call me when I was working on the nurse advice line and tell me that they picked up their daughter from daycare and she physically had damage, scary stuff, and I called CPS or whatever they're called in Utah. It was Utah, remember that, and they wouldn't take the case because the child didn't tell what happened to her.
Really? That's so crazy.
They're
That's
like,
so crazy.
Right? I said, yeah. And she said, well, did her mother ask her what happened or why she has this bruising and bleeding? And she said, I said, no, but her mom tried to ask her and her daughter wouldn't answer her. I mean, people threaten these kids, and
It's
they're
terrible.
like, okay, well, put me on hold, and came back and they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to take the case, but hopefully if she takes her into the ER, they'll call us.
So like being from Utah, like I have a little sister she's 12 or 13 now, but a couple years ago, my stepmom was getting divorced from my dad, one day she brings her home and she wasn't feeling very good. And she said her mom hit her. And like on like I guess like on the back of the head. And so anyway, my dad took her to the doctors like immediately. And yeah, they got my stepmom for child abuse in Utah. And it ended up actually helping him he didn't get like full custody, but he's had like pretty much full custody, I guess. She lives with him she only has small custody. I don't know what the terminology of it is, but he's got like main custodial.
Right.
I don't know.
He has primary
Yeah, primary. Yeah.
and
But
has
she still has her rights. Like she still gets her visitation, and of course she complied with all that stuff that they made her do. So like she still has her rights as a parent and stuff, you know. But it's just crazy to me that people could ever, and when it happened, like I've got this video from like a long time ago, like 10 years ago when Mia was like 3, and it's of her just being a really complete doting mom on her little toddler at a family party, possibly Easter. And then it was crazy for me and it was hurtful for me because I'm like, how did you go from this like doting parent that had gotten everything that you ever wanted to just this horrible fucking excuse me, freaking person who could physically harm a little child, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I get Mia can be a handful sometimes, but like hitting or I don't know, it's you don't want your children to fear you and stuff. So
right.
Psychic Donna just did another video. So Deb, that is a hot topic, and I feel like we can talk about it because like I'm interested to see everybody's thoughts. Kathy's already kind of said she's neither here nor there. I'm kind of neither here nor there either. I don't know everything. Like I'm not like, I don't think anybody really knows anything until they're dead and passed away. Like, and even then it could just be when you die and it's over. You know what I mean? Like we won't ever really know until it happens. So like, what's interesting though about that particular scenario is that she predicted like the fire part, and I believe somewhat the dismemberment part, because I think, like I feel like both are kind of implied or something. And I don't want to go back and watch her original one because when I watched it the first time, like back when it came out, like I got chills. It made me emotional. It made me sick just to think through like the scenario. I didn't like it at all. But yeah. What are your thoughts? Seraphina's interesting. Her readings are interesting. Okay. Yes. I've been watching Donna. Yes. Sorry, April. I apologize. I apologize. I truly do apologize. I was thinking about my stepmom in that situation, and it did fly off the tip of my tongue. I apologize. I do profusely apologize.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of blows me away.
But back to the thing with Donna, like, so what are your thoughts? Like that she got it like that right, and then some things that she didn't get right. Yeah, right. Or like some people are saying, well, she thought that the kids were like on a ranch somewhere or something, and I mean, I don't know, but what's interesting though is a lot of the details, like, okay, the water detail, because when I listened to it the first time, she kept saying like a lake or there's a water detail, and that area, that irrigation area on Chad's property where the water comes in at certain times of the year when the water is at its higher, the water is at its higher peak, it looks almost like just like a small lake almost, you know what I mean? Or a large pond.
Little pond.
So,
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I was like, okay, maybe that's where, that imagery came from. You're okay, Robbie. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to cuss your ear out. And the seaplane, the seaplane is confusing too, Deb. And she even brought that up. I heard that she brought that up in one of her more recent ones. She also I think she did on Tylee, where she was saying like, oh, like she has like she had told something to one of her friends in a conversation, but her friend doesn't realize that it's evidence, but it is evidence. And I thought that was interesting too, that she was able, like, and we don't know if that's true or not because there's been no presented evidence from any of Tylee's friends or what have you. But I thought that was interesting too. Another thing too that I've noted is that some of the opinions is, it's not okay for people to take advantage of situations like this to make money for personal gain. And I do feel like, because I've observed, like, okay, like Julie Rowe, right? Like she said, Tylee's in a happy place. I could see where Tylee's at. She's in a happy place. She's happy, or something like. She made some cockamamie statement, like where it just didn't line up at all with like it just didn't make any sense or whatever. And it's like, okay, you definitely are the type of person who is going to go around and use whatever people would believe in the spiritual world to your own advantage and to their disadvantage. So it's kind of like you can kind of see the different players, right?
Yep. I completely agree. I think she's definitely.
Yeah, Brooke.
She definitely ran with that, Julie Rowe, and that's why I don't trust her. And because she's changed her story so many times, with whatever suits her.
Well, now that Chad's locked up, the moment he is, locked up, he sexually assaulted her now.
Right.
And then of course they were married in a previous life as well. Like, I wonder how many, he's probably sitting there snickering to himself, like, yeah, I've only used that on like this girl, that girl, this girl. You're not. Like, he's sitting there snickering to himself, like, because he probably didn't use it on Julie Rowe or something like that. You know what I mean? But now that he's all locked up, of course he's told her that before, and of course, he's tried to. I don't know. Julie has psycho gifts. That's right, dude. I don't know. She's
That's
scary.
Right. That's why I said I'm gonna, I did the cartoon with the Lori and Chad, the cartoon, like, yeah, I don't like Rexburg. I like Texas and California. And then I'm gonna do one of Chad going up to all these different women and being like, oh, hi, hey, I was married to you in a previous life. You're Jesus' cousin's daughter's sister's brother. Or sister.
Oh, no. I mean, he wouldn't even. I mean, Methuselah, right? He said he was Methuselah.
He is just.
In one of his over 30 previous lives. It's just crazy. Yeah. Okay. So one of the users was commenting about the electronic spirit box. I don't know about that. I've seen a lot of coverage on that. I don't know the thing. And I know that Donna rambles a lot. I know that it appears that way when you're listening to her and she's doing her thing. But let's just say if you were to believe in something like that, like, I kind of feel like whatever she's doing, right? I feel like what she's doing is actually, Kathy, one of your viewers was talking about it, I think a couple of weeks ago, remote viewing, which is, there are government programs and CIA documents and all kinds of legitimate science to back it up. I think what she's doing, if anything, is like a form of that.
Versus speaking with actual.
Yeah, she's not speaking necessarily with spirits, or I don't know. I think it's some form of that, and there's some sort of residual energy, and maybe that's how her mind is conveying it as she's speaking with something. But like, it's maybe just, I don't know. Who knows? But whatever it is, there are certain instances where, they've been able to use that particular thing. And I guess it's scientifically proven or something, or at least they were able to prove that it works. There's a lot of stuff like that, that is a little fringe, but I don't know, but the thing about it is, if it were to work, my point was, if it were to work like that or whatever, it's almost like you'd have to be in that kind of weird state where it's like you'd want to say anything that comes to mind, even if it's wrong, because you don't know. You
can't really keep it. It's all coming at you.
Yeah, and she says sometimes she'll get things that the person or that she'll supposed to, that whatever it is it wants her to say, but whether it be the energy on the other side of the particular person or the situation, there'll be certain things, but it also kind of corresponds to who's sitting there listening to her, because it's something that person needs to hear, because it's gonna trigger something that person's gonna go, oh my god, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's this. which, you know, when that kind of stuff happened is kind of like, it's like, whoa, you know, but like, I don't know, like, I don't agree. I don't like the idea of people like making money off of a situation or lying about something. Like some of the tarot channels and stuff that I've observed over this case and other cases, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know exactly if I'm like in agreement, but when it came to Donna's channel, kind of her stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Just interesting to observe. Like if there was a thing, oh, she observed the body, the water, the outdoor. I think she got the thing. Didn't she say they were buried together and they weren't? I think she got that wrong, maybe. And I might be completely wrong because there's been a couple different psychic things I've heard about this case. But anyway.
Yeah, she definitely got a lot pretty crazy right. Like the part about the fact that Tylee specifically, what her body was
burned.
Yeah. That's
fire part.
That right there was like, ooh. But is it, I kind of like the idea of thinking that it's more like that remote viewing if they actually, then the fact that there's like spirits because.
Right. And then that opens the question too, like if you're a traditional like Christian believer or whatever, that, and I do kind of sort of believe in some of what maybe Melanie was saying is that, well, maybe Chad was inviting some of the bad things in. Maybe when you look at the situation from the outside, you see lust, you see greed, you see like all kinds of things that like the Bible specifically is like, don't do these things. Like these are evil. So like you see these things, and then you also see the way that like Lori came into Chad's life, and then I do agree with Melanie Gibb where they do like they both introduce each other, and like from there it was just like an ongoing occurrence like with them, like it was a chain reaction rather. It was boom 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 boom, and it was no stopping them becoming, you know, together because they're both just delusional enough, and they're both just crazy enough, and they're both just whatever it is enough to like feed on that. So I agree with that particular thing. But I do see like there's a lot of evil. Like, I mean, like how is it that Chad, who is somebody who is highly revered in his community, by all accounts, you know, a good LDS church member who, you know, has served others, served his community, served other human beings throughout his whole life, right? That's really what the LDS faith is about, is serving your community, serving your fellow man. And like by all accounts, that's who he was. So, you know, that's why I think also that particular community is reeling about this whole situation, is because that is not at all what, like, you know, this is, you know, killing people, dismembering them, lying, cheating, right? And also in their thing, when they get married in the temple, they're making some special promises, right? And like it's almost like he's kind of breaking those promises when he's doing some of these things. So it's just mind-boggling. The whole case is just mind-boggling. It's crazy. Yeah. And when you tell people, so I'll ask people, do you know about it? And they're like, oh yeah, of course I've heard about that. You know, everybody knows about that. And then you start telling them a little bit about like some details, like just tell them tell them about 5 minutes about Alex Cox. And then they're like, I didn't even know that was part of this. And you're like, oh yeah. And then tell them like 3 minutes about Tammy Daybell. And I'm like, I didn't know that was part of this. And like, oh yeah, that was part of it too. You know what I mean? And then like, they're just like, holy goodness. Like, I didn't realize this is that all connected. You're like, yeah, it is.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. And it's so, that's why today when on the live, I was like, okay, if you guys are new to this whole story, you really got to go start back from the beginning, because there's so many people and it's so connected, and there's so many murders and they're in different places. So somebody might know, oh gosh, the poor guy down the street in Chandler, Arizona walked in to pick up his kid and wound up, you know, getting shot by brother-in-law, and then not even have an idea that Tammy's wife in Idaho was
exactly the same thing.
Yeah. And it's like, how is this all connected by so many places? Yeah, it's pretty wild when you think about that, like how many people are involved. And if you didn't follow us from the beginning, people are like, wait, I can't keep up.
Yeah, I like what Ali Cat just said. LDS peeps are really good people. I agree. I have family members that are. They are dismayed by this case, and they are. one thing that I will point out that I heard earlier too, that was a really good observation, is that up until like really recently, it's been a real head in the sand kind of thing, like, you know, but when it comes to this and this kind of major case coming out and it causing such a big issue and so many people asking a lot of questions now about their faith and how he was able to kind of take their faith and really pervert it, right, to his own needs, right, to suit his own human like wants and stuff, like his own person, right? He's like such a narcissist, like literally. Anyways, so but yeah, and so I think they're mad. I have family members that are like I said in the church and that are like, you know, they go to the temple, they run a very solid religious LDS family and schedule, and they're dismayed. I think that was the word that was used, and they don't want people getting it confused, and they don't want people thinking that they stand for this stuff, and they don't want people thinking that they allowed any of this to happen. So one of the questions was about Chad's kids knowing. So I want to connect it back to the heads in the sand. It's almost like, has anybody been in a relationship where they're being cheated on and they just don't want to believe it? So the whole time their partner is telling them, no, I'm not cheating on you, I'm not, and you're just believing it. I seriously, 1000% without a doubt in my head, believe that's what happened with Chad's kids. You know, and there just wasn't enough evidence. And I think that after the evidence was found a couple weeks ago on the property, I think that those kids, their lives have just completely been shattered. They've lost both parents. So I was in the beginning, like, I didn't like how Emma's attitude was with her sticking her tongue out at the camera and how she was behaving. But looking at it and kind of looking back at it, like, that was only one aspect, and they were covering it like, you know, we're not thinking about it from her. She's being constantly bombarded with media. I felt like it was more of a paparazzi kind of Britney Spears, let me stick out my tongue at these people, like, get out of my face moment. Is actually after taking it back and looking at the situation. And then after hearing that she was inconsolable, and and then actually, so those are Tammy's kids as well, and she's a victim here too. So anyway, I'll stop there.
Yeah. And I mean, and that was, but the only problem I have with those kids, Emma and Joseph, her husband, is the fact that they were super duper active on the Release Lori Vallow page and very angry about
The situation and vocal. Yeah. And you know what? They're going to have to deal with that, right? They have to deal with that in their communities. They have to deal with that. Like, you're calling it out right now. I believe Emma Daybell's husband that she married, who's obviously not a Daybell. I don't know his name.
Murray, Joseph Murray.
Yeah. Joseph Murray, right? I mean, I know that he, you know, maybe there's an excuse. I think right now for them, like, instead of just attacking the crap out of them, which I kind of wanted to, I just thought about it. They're probably all reeling. And, you know, to think about it, even from the Murray side, he was probably just trying to attack and defend what he thought was his family and his interests. So I'm trying to give him all the benefit of the doubt. I think we're going to find out more as things come out in the trial and as things go along. And I know April here, she's brought me into her group, and some of the members in her group are actually kind of aware of what's going on, and yeah, they're sussing it out. They're sussing out all the members that are part of Chad's Church of the Firstborn, and you know, they're being honest about it with the community members. They're being honest about it with us and everybody else who wants to know. So I think at this point, it's just everybody just, you know, understanding that justice is actually going to be done now that there's the evidence needed to make it happen.
Yep. I agree.
And it's hard to be patient because I want to hear all the details as soon as I can.
That's why I wanted to go to trial, because I want to hear everything. But I mean, we don't want to risk them walking either. So if they do plea, that's what
Casey Anthony, were we talking about this yesterday? How in that case on Court TV, they were talking about the duct tape and the garbage bags that were used. And then they were talking about they don't want to get it wrong because look at that case. You know what I mean? Like, how is Casey Anthony walking around free? You know, like, you know, nobody really had to pay for that child's death. So I think on this one, that's probably why we're not seeing a lot of stuff like Tammy's autopsy results, which have probably been back for several months now. Like, there's a reason we don't know all the information. That photo that was released of Tylee and JJ in Yellowstone with Alex in the background, there was a reason that we didn't see that till last week, right? So like, huh?
The one where she's smiling.
Yeah. There's a reason we didn't see all this stuff until last week, right? So like, I think that they're really, and also the way they went right to where the bodies were on the prem, and like knew like, we gotcha. That with the cellular evidence, and we haven't even seen the cellular evidence from Chad, from Lori, etc. The special guest is me. Hi guys, I'm Robbie.
Introduce yourself, Robbie. They're like, who is this? Who's our special guest? Come on, it's Robbie. It's just Robbie. It's just Robbie.
It's just Robbie.
Robbie's one of my mods, but he's awesome. And he also has a Twitch channel, folks.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, I stream on Twitch. I do just chatting because that's just the main thing that's growing on Twitch. But I started with video games. I still love to play video games casually. I've just recently started following crime content more on YouTube. I'm a little bit of a YouTube weasel. I love to watch videos that are informative. And, you know, the thing I like about crime particular videos is that you get a couple aspects. You get the human aspect. You get, I typically like to watch the interrogation videos where, you know, they bring people in and you see how they react to questioning. And like that one with that Rocky guy. I don't know if you've seen that. The Asian kid named Rocky. I'd have to look it up. I don't have the case in front of me, but it's a crazy case. But yeah, I like that particular content too, and I'm interested. That's how I found Left Undone. And yeah, so a little bit about me and my background. And I'm also just starting to create my first YouTube video myself. So I'm a little, if you guys see it getting posted, go easy on me because I'm a little bit of a noob. But that's my information right there. I just posted it in the chat.
And he's really awesome, and he's helping me do a lot of this technology thing, you know, because I am not a young technology person. I do pretty good for my age, though. I will have to give myself kudos for that, because most of my friends are like, we can't even do computer charting in the hospital. What are you doing? Like, how do you do that? You did that? You know, so I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for how
you are amazing, by the way. She's so for people just kind of tuning in, I got to give it my hats off to Kathy because she is able to make such a big splash on YouTube with literally just her laptop and being armed with some information, some software, her laptop. She's able to come on here and make literally one of the best channels covering not only this case, but obviously other cases as well. So
yeah, I would love to get into more and more of other cases, but this one has been like,
it's taking over right now. And I don't know if there's,
yeah,
I don't know if there's anything else you could cover right now.
Yeah, I know right now, and especially since I work, you know, full time.
Yeah. And this is a part-time gig. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, Kathy is badass. Thank you.
Yes, you are a complete badass. Yeah, I don't understand, and that's the thing is I don't understand when people are mean to you or say like I don't know, like Annie was kind of like rude and like I don't understand. Like I guess that's just the internet, right? Not everybody is gonna like.
And that's what everybody tells me, to just ignore them because I'm kind of sensitive like that. Like I'm like, what did I do wrong? I'm trying.
Me too.
Right.
And you want to get better. You're like, if I messed up, like tell me.
The person I'm making fun of is Chad and Lori, and they deserve it. Like other than that, but then if you're mean to me, I just might make fun of you. But
yeah.
I don't just.
And I think that's completely I think that's completely warranted. When somebody attacks you, like you can't, like if you attack them back, like it's up to you to decide if you want to attack them back. But if you attack them back, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You can't just not defend yourself, because if you're not going to defend yourself, nobody's going to defend you.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, the dumbest thing.
Yes, Anna, I love True Crime Loser.
The meanest thing people say is, oh my God, her voice. I can't stand her voice. I'm like, which voice? Is it the Chad voice? I don't know, baby. I don't know. What do you mean? I like your lipstick. Or is it the Lori voice? It's Daybell. Or is it my voice? I mean, which voice do you
Which
hate?
one is it? Yeah. Well, you know, and if it's that little 5 seconds of content or whatever that they don't like, then you know, then whatever, you know, they can skip, they can move on. You know, there's a lot of places to cover this stuff, and there's a lot of personalities covering. I just don't understand like why people have to go to the point of being like rude.
I'm gonna pour another glass of wine here.
Oh, go ahead.
You guys, this is awesome. This little box wine.
Boda box.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's actually not bad, and it has awards. 50 wine enthusiast Best Buys. I just decided to buy that because it works, so I don't have to like go over to the refrigerator right now. But yeah, I mean that's the thing, you know, people don't have to be mean, and it really says something more about them than it does about you.
Right.
You know, if you literally have nothing better to do in your life is go on somebody's YouTube channel and be like, oh, I hate your voice.
Well, what's really rude? Yeah, well, what's rude is Annie would be like, I don't understand why like had she been chill, it's like, why wouldn't we want her on in a Zoom call? Like we would, but there's all this animosity out of nowhere, like literally nowhere towards you. Like, and I already told you where I think it's coming from and why I think it's happening, but that's just between you and me. But like that's an example where it's just like ridiculous. It's like we could do more together. We could actually do more work together than it would be if we were just, you know, if we're gonna backbite each other and you know, like again, like you have to defend yourself because like, and that's the other thing is if you don't defend yourself, if you're just quiet and you don't respond, they might just keep doing it. They might just keep going and going and going and going and going, which isn't the right thing either. Like that's not gonna help anything either. Right.
Well, my son and his fiance had it's still out there. It got demonetized. It's a controversial because it's called Spy Kitten TV. They have, I think they still have like 250,000 subscribers. They were up to 500,000, but they haven't put any new content up for over a year because YouTube demonetized them. It's controversial because it's conspiracy theory videos, but they had a very good, and my son did all the editing, and the editing is amazing. It's great. And so, but the thing is they did the same thing to her. You know what I mean? They said her voice or this or that. And she had, you know, I mean, 500 at
Yeah.
once, she had 500
subs, 500,000 subs.
Right.
Yeah. Well, even now she has 279,000 subs. That's 279,000 subs.
So, yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be mean people, and that's sometimes you just kind of go, you know, okay, you know, but.
Michelle with the $10 super chat towards the wine.
A box of wine. I'm kind of cheap and poor. You are more than fine. That wasn't even necessary. Thank you. Now everybody knows I drink box wine. Thank you, Michelle. I showed you. But yeah, thank you so much. Very much appreciated.
Oh, Eve, we are past Eve B. We are past the Annie drama. Okay, listen, we are. I don't know if you were listening, Eve, but what I was saying is we could all work together better. And there's people online, right? Like that was just one example. There are other names, but like that was just one that was the most recent one. I'm not gonna bring other names into it than I need to, but yeah, like that, like it, like why wouldn't we want to hang and be like, yo, what are your thoughts? Here, share these pictures. Huh?
To brainstorm with really inside out know the case. And
right.
On this, I have no desire to do that.
I'm completely blown away. I'm just so completely blown away that was a thing. So yeah, just so that we're clear on that, Eve, yeah, it's not that she's not over it or nobody's not over it. We're just talking about the fact that, you know, people can't just get along and like talk about the common interest, because listen, there's going to be plenty of views for the people that are covering this, right? There's going to be like, if Annie Cushing wanted to come out and have a YouTube channel, she could get plenty of views, right? That's my point, right? Like we all have the same goal, and just to bash each other just doesn't make any sense. Like it's really just, it's unintelligible. It doesn't help anybody. And yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Right. That's the point. I agree completely. And that's
just
why
statistically, there's bound to be assholes in a group that big. Yeah, no, for sure. Hawaiian, Idaho, and I've been looking at some of the Facebook groups and the ones that are big like that, and the ones that don't have rules and stuff. That is attracting a certain demographic. And again, I will point out, Kathy's demographic is not that. So,
And I don't
get it twisted.
either, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Don't.
Facebook group, you're gone if you're mean.
Yeah, if you're a
You
D-bag,
can discuss things, but you don't get to be mean.
you don't get to berate people and be mean to people and belittle people. And yeah, that's not how it works.
Exactly. I mean, I raised 4 kids, so I know, you know, you're like, you guys go battle it out somewhere else, but you don't get to bully each other and you don't get to be mean. And you need to be nice to the new kid that comes in school. and all that.
Right.
So
I'm right there with you. Carrie asked me, where am I from? So Carrie, I'm from Utah originally. I was born and raised in Utah. And then after I graduated high school in 2004, I dipped out of Utah to California, Northern California specifically. I love it. I love it here. It's a little expensive. I paid a lot in like traffic citations and tickets and stuff. So don't get speeding tickets here. Don't get any kind of
yeah.
Dude, they're nuts. I got a driving in the bus lane ticket in San Francisco one time, and it was just like a ridiculous FU ticket from the cop. It was $325. Everybody drives in the bus lane in San Francisco. Do you understand? There's nowhere to drive on the road because there's so much cars. Like, you're gonna be in the bus lane.
I made a California right turn not too long ago down there, and the cop pulled me over.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, here's my RN badge," because
yeah, I'm a public worker.
my brother-in-law is a police officer. He says I never give nurse tickets. I'm like, I'm a nurse. I'm playing the nurse card.
Yeah, whatever you can do.
Didn't care. $350. But here's the thing. I'll give you a pass on the other thing you did. I'm like, the other thing I did. He goes, you went over too many lanes too fast. And I was like, I've never had a ticket in my life. And it was still $350 for making a California right turn, which means California right turn. You don't stop. Like, stop. You just stop and go. $350. What the heck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely crazy. It's like every ticket too is like that too. So like, yeah, don't move here. It's already overpopulated. Traffic's already really bad. I'm not recommending.
I laughed.
I'm not recommending anybody move here. You'll hate it. But yeah, I like it though. It's worked out.
I love California. You can't. I mean, there's a reason why people live there.
Yeah, no, but I would like, and also, Kathy, I would love to live in Southern California. Like, I'm looking at jobs and Southern California and things. Like, I would love to relocate to Southern California.
The thing is like those of us that grew up in the 80s and the 70s in California, in Southern California, it's so different. The whole beach, like I'm from Huntington Beach, the beach community is different.
It's different.
Our little Golden Bear, where all the stars used to come in downtown Huntington, where it was like a cool little town.
It's not like that.
Now it's all like resort with big hotels, and
Yeah.
a lot of the locals are like, what happened to our home, But
yeah.
It's still beautiful and still amazing. And
oh yeah.
As long as my kids are down there, I have a second home. And that's why. But I mean, the price in Southern Oregon.
Yeah.
What I could get here for what I could get there.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, we were living in the Bay Area. So we're in the greater Sacramento area now, but when we were in the Bay Area, we were paying like $4 a month in our house in Fremont for rent. Like it was just crazy. It was nuts. It was nutso.
My son Michael, he has 5 roommates or whatever, and I think the rent for their 4-bedroom house is almost $4,000 a month. So
crazy. Yeah, exactly. So, and that's the thing. If you and it's like if you're spending that much money on rent, you really need to be in the mortgage game. Like you should absolutely be in the mortgage game at that point. You're just throwing away thousands and thousands of dollars. So, this past couple of years, we've kind of re-strategized, and we're building towards our first house, buying our first house and stuff. Anyway. I'm looking at this chat. We've got like you've got the greatest community.
I do. I'm really happy with who the people that are following my channel. I think they're all very, very. Every once in a while we get somebody in, but they don't stay very long because they know we're nice.
Oh, yeah. They're like, okay, all right, we're gonna leave.
Oh, they don't. They're not. You're not allowed to be mean here. Okay, bye. You gotta go.
Yeah. So anybody who's not in our Facebook group, one of the things that I will help out with is whenever there's a new Dateline or 48 hours episode or whatever, I'll go ahead and I'll snag it off my DVR and I'll link it for you guys. So make sure you're in the Left Undone Facebook group. Make sure that you answer the questions when you join the group, because the mods that are on that, which is myself and Jessica, Kathy, and April, and who am I missing? Kathy.
Melissa.
Yes.
Melissa.
Melissa and okay, so they are in charge of this, and we don't just like let anybody in because we're trying to keep it like we get that like it's not going to be pure, but like we want to keep it chill, if that makes any sense.
Exactly. And I mean, last week after the drama, we got a whole bunch of people flood in, and then they just came in to be mean, and we got rid of them right away. And my mods are so good at cross-referencing. Like if you're in a mean group and you're posting mean stuff, you don't get to be in our group. Like even if you say nothing on our group, but we see you posting mean things over there.
And we share it. We share that information immediately. These guys are honestly like, as soon as something's said, and it doesn't matter what group it's shared, in our mods group. So
right. But I mean, if you want to fight with people, you can go to private chat and do it.
There's places, yeah.
And you can do it on YouTube because it helps the algorithm. I don't care. Fight all you want on here, but don't. The Facebook group is just kind of different. It's just like a nice little extra addition to my Left Undone channel. And I just want to keep it nice. So that's what
and it's where like ongoing topic and conversation goes on, and people can share links if there's a new compelling like video. What is interesting too is that when something happens, like everybody shares it all at once. So we'll have like 20 of the same posts all at the same time. I think it's pretty funny.
Hey Melissa, you're on there. My mod Melissa, there she is. You got the link to come into the
Zoom. Get in here, Melissa.
If you wanted to join us. Jessica's here without her camera, but you're welcome to come. And
Jessica, please chime in anytime.
Jessica's like got 4,000. She's the old lady that lives in a shoe.
No worries. I mean, even just because we can't see her.
Seriously, I'm kidding. I had 4,000 kids too once upon a time. So I'm just joking with you. I know your life. She's had a very busy life as a mommy. So I'm teasing, but.
Oh, right on, Carrie. Right on. Yeah, Carrie said most of her family is still in Utah and Kauai. Yeah, well, April is my new Utah friend. And I now have yet another person to see when I go to Utah. So you're just going to be added to the list. Don't know if I'll get to you next time I come to Utah, but I'll absolutely try. I always try to see everybody I know when I go to Utah. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, I've made friends with a lot of people all over the place now since I started the channel, Utah and Idaho, and there's a lot of really, really awesome people that.
Well, in April's group, sorry to take the frickin' conversation. In April's group, they have really been a great like I want to say I had a couple chips on my shoulder growing up in Utah about growing up there and some of the things that happened to me. And just in April's group, she's got some of the kindest, most loving individuals you could ever meet on the face of the planet. And, they were able to kind of discuss as representatives of some of the people that were the kind of wrongdoers, why that doesn't fit and how that, I guess doesn't really, I was placing blame somewhere I shouldn't. And it was just nice because she's got some really loving and intelligent individuals there that are knowledgeable too. One of them is a very old, 85. And when I meet people who are from the greatest generation or who are 75 and older, like I tend to listen a lot because I know that they've been through a lot more. And anyway, so she's got a great group as well. The internet doesn't have to be a bad place. So thanks, April. Shout out to you.
Yeah, totally. And she does. And she doesn't tolerate crap over there at all. She's got a great group. You know, I mean, I always shout out April's group because they are
good peeps. I mean, good peep.
good.
I mean, enough said. And, you know, like the internet doesn't have to be a crap place. Yeah, exactly. Dolores, man. The internet doesn't have to be a crappy place. The internet's only a crappy place when crappy humans go and make it a crappy place, you know?
Totally. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly. So somebody was asking, I just saw it, Robbie, about you again. Who's on panel? I'd love to sub to their channel. That'd be you.
Okay, it's me. My name is It's Just Robbie. Let me grab the link and see if I can paste it for you. That was the Facebook group's link. So basically, I stream on Twitch and I also am just getting into YouTube. I've went ahead and started my first video. My first video is going to be on Charles Vallow and basically the plight of Charles Vallow. We see Mr. Vallow talk to the Arizona authorities there twice in one day. And then the next time we see Mr. Vallow is there in Arizona at Lori's residence, and he's then passed away. And I'm going to talk a little bit in the video how there needs to be, there needs to be something that could have been done, either some legislation that would have helped, you know, take Tylee out of the situation and get her to the police station to where she could say, hey, this is what's going on. Like we see in that same video, Lori comes back with Tylee and she talks to the officers and engages with the officers. I almost feel like they're in cahoots when you observe the interaction. How is that okay? Like, why didn't they take her and separate her from her mom and like get somebody who's a mental health professional, like a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and just like a criminal psychiatrist or somebody who, you know, is properly trained to interview her separately to where she may have felt, I'm not saying it would have, you know, solved the case, but it could have given her another avenue to go, okay, my mom is crazy. Everything Charles Vallow, my stepdad, is saying is absolutely true, unequivocally. I've heard him say these things. She said he will kill him with her powers that she now has. She does think that she's a god. She says we can't take her to the doctors because then they're going to find out that she's a resurrected being. Like, she really thinks all this stuff. Like, and I know that Tylee knew this stuff, like, because just the way Tylee was so smart, and she was not like a stick your head in the sand and look the other way kind of person. You hear it in that one phone call where, you know, in the background, Lori calls her a zombie and she goes, not me, mom. You know, she knew. So I feel like I don't understand why she was allowed to just hang out with Lori. And I feel like even that's why Lori got JJ and Tylee and took JJ to school all of a sudden. It's like, oh, I got to take the kids to school. It's like, just get out of here so I can make sure we have our story straight.
Right.
You know, and I just feel terrible because you see this man go to the law enforcement and he's like, this is the deal. And the one lady is LDS and like, you even hear in the video, she's like, yeah, Moroni temple, you know, don't worry. Like she just almost kind of like waves it off. Like, don't worry, you're not going to understand. But the thing is like the sense of urgency, the only person in these videos is Charles. He's like out of breath. He's like trying to explain himself. He's almost gonna cry. Like you can tell his voice is gonna crack, or like, you know. And I just wish, Meryl, let me get you a direct YouTube link. 1 second.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I'm gonna use the room since we're.
No worries. I'll keep it entertained.
Keep going.
So that's gonna be basically my my first like YouTube video. Is that I'll get you guys a link to the channel right now. I just got it all set up. Let's see. I'm more of a Twitch person. YouTube.com. No. So there we go. All right, cool. We'll just post this link right here. All right, so I'm gonna read the chat for a second. Can't link. Okay, there's my link right there, guys. It's youtube.com/user/NCA Robbie. Thanks. Let's see. They did fail him. Yeah. He was begging for help. Yeah. And so like I just really want to capture some of this and just like kind of just focus in on it, because I feel awful that as a parent, like, okay, so the other thing, guys, is that I actually want to somehow offer some sort of resource or put together some sort of resource, even if it's just like a website that parents can go to like if you have a custodial dispute, like a parental custody dispute like that, to where, you know, maybe like Charles could have had a conversation with Tylee and said like, you know, here, I know what's going on. By the way, guys, iMessage is encrypted end to end. I'm pretty sure they had iPhones, right? Tylee, I know your mom's crazy. Here's the deal. I know you are in danger. Like, here's some things we're going to set up. If you see X happen, you know, the Z, like little things that like might come from law enforcement officers or lawyers even, or people that know more about this and know more about what the right thing to do is, because obviously the police didn't know what to do. Obviously what would an FBI person say? Like, okay, well, you would need to do this, or you would need to do that, right? Thanks for the subs, guys. Thanks for the subs. I've only got a few basic videos. I've only kind of just messed around with my YouTube. Like I said, I'm more of a Twitch. I've got about 400 something followers on Twitch. If you guys don't know what Twitch TV is, it is a live video streaming platform, which is just a competitor. But yeah, anyways, that's where I've been at in my whole life. If you want to follow me there, if you want to use your Amazon Prime sub on me for free, you can. Anyways, welcome back.
I'm back. Yeah. We've been here for a while, so that's good. I mean, as long as everybody wants to hang, I'm good. Are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I do have to use the restroom too, and I gotta go ahead and grab some more for my drink here. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
All right.
And thanks again for all the love.
Over.
Thank you, Kathy.
Does anybody have any questions about anything in the case that they want us to go over or think about or talk about? I do like his background better than mine now. Mine looks really bleh compared to that purpley light stuff. So, anybody? How do we get Twitch? I have Prime. Oh, you gotta ask. Yeah, he just walked away. So you guys will ask him that. Let's see. Zalema. Oh, yeah. I am actually, as we speak, Marielle, doing a Zalema video. I'm working on it right now. So I hope I can get it up this weekend, because I hate when it gets to be Monday, because then Monday comes my job that pays my bills, and you know, so I'm working on it. Kathy, I have some info. What's the best way to safely and privately share? Carrie, reapharmony@gmail.com. REAP Harmony, HARMONY. Harmony. Why can't I spell it in my head? Reap Harmony, like harmony, at gmail.com is the and it's the link is always in my below my videos. So that would be awesome if you have something to share. Appreciate it. I keep my sources anonymous, and people know that. I do not ever spill my sources. And yeah. Oh, you could do Facebook Messenger too. My Facebook is Kathy Brooks, or you can do it on the Left Undone Facebook and send me a message there. But the Reap Harmony, there you go, Jessica. Reap Harmony. Why do I always want to add an E? REAPHARMONY@gmail.com. That was an actual, I was making my soap. I was making soap. I make homemade soap, which turns out amazing, by the way. But that was my email address for that. And then I started the channel, so I just moved it over to that email. So it doesn't really match, but it works. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, your Facebook friends. There you go. Then you can just send it on Facebook. Carrie? Oh yeah. Sorry. I need better glasses. I'm squinting all the time with my actual glasses on. That's not a good sign. Lori
Any other Julie?
did not mention seeing Melanie G's boyfriend David. Did anyone else catch that? Yeah, she did not. In that letter, she did not mention David Warwick being there. That is a good catch. I don't know what that was all about.
Hey, Robbie. We've got
Yes.
a whole bunch of people asking about Twitch. Do you want to explain how they can get on?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's a great question. Okay. Let me turn the fan off for this. I feel like we need to be pristine audio to explain the platform. So, all right, guys. So Twitch originally became a thing because there was this website called justin.tv where you could go and watch basically anything being streamed. It used to be just like anything, like from cat cams, which would show boxes full of kittens 24/7, to just like anything. It became a place for gamers to go and play video games. From there, people playing video games and watching people play video games became a thing, particularly because of competitive video gaming. That blew up. Fast forward to now, right now, the biggest growing thing on Twitch is exactly what we're doing right now in Kathy's YouTube channel, which is called Just Chatting. So now that I've given you the quick thing, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/It's Just Robbie. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to my channel or any other Twitch channel that you like for free using your Amazon Prime subscription. Basically, after you create a profile, you log in, you link it up to the Amazon Prime, and then you actually support the channel with a free subscription, which is typically $5 a month for a subscription on Twitch. So yeah, Robbie, make sure you see Boo's love offer. Okay, not sure what that means. Oh, I'm a victim's advocate. Help you with talking to victims. Let me know. Hey, absolutely. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah. And any help I can get with, like, so far it's just going to be an open type of platform where I'm going to open up either a message board or a place where people can go and just discuss and kind of talk about like what kind of things we could do to help people. So yeah, any kind of help we can get in that regard. Let's see. Yeah, what kind of Twitch questions do you guys have? So you can go there and watch basically any kind of content like what we're doing right now. There's not a lot of true crime content on there. It's more of just video gamer drama. Right now, for instance, everybody and their mom's been canceled. So I don't know if you follow Without a Crystal Ball, but she's been covering some of the different people who've been getting canceled from just the latest drama and activity that's been going on. But my man watches Twitch. I watch YouTube. Yes, Mariel, that seems to be quite the split down the line. But it's become more of a thing. Oh, I'm not even telling you guys the best part about it. TwitchCon. So every year, except for this year, there is a convention in Southern California, and we get together with all of our people from all of our communities and all the various communities that we're a part of on Twitch. And we go to a convention in San Diego, or it's been in a couple different places, but this last year was in San Diego, and they rent out the convention center. They've got, all of the brands, Alienware, DX Racer, like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, like all of the tech brands are there, and they even had MAC Cosmetics had like a booth. I don't even know why, but they had a full-on booth at TwitchCon this last year. It was crazy. So it's the thing I would say, number one thing about Twitch just versus YouTube that's different is the community. This is legitimately, Kathy's community is legitimately the first community I participated in so much that that I've realized that, YouTube is a great competitor to Twitch because there is a community component to it. So that's one of the things that you have on Twitch, actually, a little bit more, is that people's communities are a little bit more, typically the smaller ones are a little bit more tight knit. People get along really closely. They play video games together. They spend a lot of time together in Discord voice calls and stuff when they're not at work or when they're not streaming, and become friends and stuff. So that when they do get to meet at these conventions, it's kind of like, it's like, oh, we finally get to hang out. You know what I mean? In person. You know what I mean? So anyways, I hope that was a good explanation.
I think we should all go to CrimeCon too,
I just learned about that and I'm totally down.
right? Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be so
Totally
fun.
down. I'm totally down.
Because I listen to all the really cool podcasts, the crime podcasts and stuff. So I would be like, oh, there's so-and-so. Like, I think it would be really interesting and really fun to go there. But they canceled it this year, I think, because of, 2020 has been canceled anyways. Yeah, Marielle, there's a CrimeCon. I heard about it not too long ago. So I think that would be a really super cool thing to do. Just to go there. April and I were going to sign autographs there because
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want a Kathy autograph.
Kind of joking about it the other night, like, not that we're that special, just the fact that people don't like us. So we're like, hey, that's us. Yeah, over here. We'll sign it.
We got a question from Alexandra Hunter. Why in the heck would Julie Rowe need a security guard? That is a great question.
I also heard that Jason Mao actually security guards for her. Anybody want to look into that? Let me know.
Oh, really? The same one who supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, reportedly sealed Chad and Lori in the temple.
Yes.
That Jason Mao. Oh, it all is very.
And I heard this through somebody. I heard this through somebody that personally knows these people. Personally knows Melanie Gibb. I mean, you
no
realize
way.
how many. It's hard to explain because I have to keep my mouth shut so much, and it's really hard to tell me stuff. And it's here. It's like in my brain, but then they tell me stuff, but then they're like, "Don't say anything yet." But then they never give me permission to say it later on, right? So I did hear that Jason Mao actually, and God only knows why Julie Rowe needs security, probably because somebody wants to bust her in the mouth. I don't know. That Jason Mao does security for her sometimes. I don't know if it's only when she's in Arizona, if he travels with her, but I did hear that. Is it true?
It's crazy.
Is it true? I don't know, but
I bet it's true.
I wouldn't be surprised because he's not working as a police officer anymore. So, maybe he needs that little bit of like side money or side job or side power, or I don't know.
Something.
I don't really trust that guy. Because that was the one that they went to when they went to the police station that day, and they're like, "Oh, we just happened to run into our friend Jason."
Yeah.
It's just a little.
Who's also a law enforcement officer, right? They were like, "Oh, our friend Jason's a police officer," and they were just trying to utilize any commonality that they could.
Our group isn't hidden right now, is it? I'm reading comments. Marielle says, Kathy's Facebook may be hidden right now. I'm sure she will send it to you if the link. You mean my group, our group? I don't think it is. It's Left Undone discussion group.
I linked the link in the chat. Let me click it and see what happens.
Did the autopsy report come back on Tammy yet? Not to us. I was knocking on the door, but they wouldn't answer. No, I don't know. It hasn't come out publicly, but I'm just thinking they have something.
They have it. That we're not gonna see it though. They just like I said, like those picture, like that picture with the Yellowstone picture that we didn't get. Like there's evidence that they're not gonna show us.
And we know that. I mean, Kay Woodcock has made those statements. She made a big post not too long ago that said, I know it seems like nothing's going on, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. For example, FBI was the one that told us only to put up a $20,000
reward.
so we went along with what they said. So there's stuff, although we don't know it. And we feel like we really should know it, but who are we? Really, truly, who are we? We are people trying to keep the case alive.
Oh, it's alive. It's alive and well. It's alive. It's got legs. It's breathing. There's evidence that it's gonna send. What's crazy? Okay, so here's I got a question about the case. This is because my partner is not as well informed about the case as I am. But since it's gotten to be big as it is, he was asking me some questions, and one.
No, everybody's asking questions now. Everybody keeps saying
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna ask questions. My partner.
He's like, why did it take Kay and Larry Woodcock? It was like, I believe like 60 to 90 days, or like what? Like why? Since they had last seen JJ, I believe it was, before they contacted Rexburg police. I think the question is, and my explanation, my understanding is that Lori did not allow very, very good contact between the Woodcocks and JJ. So what is your understanding of that?
I feel like, if you think about it, you'd be like, okay, Charles is dead, the dad's dead, chaos was happening. We talked to JJ in August. They moved away and didn't tell us where they went. We got a hold of him. I think at some point, the last time they got a hold of him was somewhere late August. And I believe that Lori is Lori. And she's, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's busy. Oh, yeah, he's this. Oh, yeah, I'll have him. Oh, yeah. And didn't happen. And then there's actually some information or something out there where Lori gets an email from Kay. And this is where Lori tells Melanie Gibb, and she tells people that Kay's threatening her to take kidnap. And there's emails between them that we haven't seen, right? But one of the emails that Lori put out there and Melanie Gibb talked about says, it's not like I'm going to kidnap him, Lori, right? So I think Kay was communicating with Lori, and Lori was shoving her off. And then at some point, Kay and Larry
She said enough is enough. They said no more. Like, we want her.
They didn't know where she was either. Lori didn't tell them where she moved to. So somehow they got into Charles's Amazon account or whatever she was able to get into, because Charles trusted her with a lot of information.
Gotcha.
She saw,
that makes sense.
I think that's where the rings and the Hawaii beachwear and the white shorts for Chatty Daddy all came in for the wedding. And that's where she saw they were being shipped to Charles Vallow at Pioneer Road in Rexburg.
And she's like, wait a minute. He's been,
hello, would you do welfare check? So I think it was just a matter of time. It took her from end of August till the end of November to actually figure out where Lori was, figure out what Lori was playing her.
Well, she was kiting her. Yeah, she was kiting her along. And, and that's what I was trying to explain to my partners. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure from the time that they last had JJ to the time that the check went down that was referenced in the documentary we were watching. I think we were watching the most recent Dateline, and he was like, wait, why did it? And I was like, well, that's the thing, is that Lori was kiting the whole time. Hey, he's busy. Hey, this, that. Hey, and there's a lot of evidence of that too, from Lori saying he's a lot of places that he's not, even after the fact, right? So yeah, I already knew like exactly what the deal was. I'm like, well, there's a custody issue. I think too. So she had both of the kids, and she sent the text about the life insurance, right? So she theoretically had both.
So she knew. So she was pissed, and she sent Kay a message. Oh, I have 5 kids, and my sister gets everything. So right away, that was this between them. And so Lori, and you know how Lori doesn't even answer questions 5 minutes later when Charles's kids are like, how did my dad die? La, 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 la.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's
Right.
I'm upset too, Bob. you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So Lori's
And nonchalant. Yeah, those texts are unreal. Those texts are unreal. And the kids are like, hey, I understand that you might be incredibly whatever right now, but you owe it to me to explain what the previous text messages were. Like, you have to, like, you can't just drop a bomb on us and then basically dip out.
right.
Like, that was crazy. And you know what? That hasn't been reviewed by anybody for a long time on the case either. It's like, that's almost a fact that can easily be forgotten, that JJ and Tylee had other siblings via step siblings through Charles Vallow,
Right.
his other children. And so, but back to the main question, where so she must have had JJ and Tylee and then texted Kay because she was mad after she found out that her insurance. That's where the greed, by the way, when I was talking about the sins, the greed, the money part, there it is right there with her. You have the same thing with him and Tammy. But anyway, you know, she's mad that she didn't get her insurance money, right? And I could just see her with the kids and just being PO'd. And then even to probably, I mean, speculatively, like, you know, even further anger Kay, who apparently from all reports they didn't really like each other a whole lot or whatever, especially towards the end here.
Yeah.
Like to even further really prove that she's gonna make sure that Kay doesn't get what she wants. This is the outcome of that. She took JJ away completely, is what she did.
Absolutely. Punishment. See what
And there's the punishment. There's the punishment. So so that's okay. So Charles did the right thing. Thank God, had the life insurance changed over to Kay Woodcock, and Lori's a-hole answer, her narcissistic answer is, okay, well, you're not going to get what you want either, which is JJ, which is just narcissistic and effed and just crazy to believe that, you know, somebody would say that about a human being that they're in charge of and supposed to be taken care of. It's just crazy.
Yep.
Nuts.
And, you know, hindsight is always 2020, obviously, you know, so.
I mean, yeah. And I know that there's a lot of people too that are like, you know, from law enforcement, from family members, and, you know, people who are like, you know, man, you know, it's like somebody put it like this, like it was a snowball rolling downhill. And after it got going, it's like, you know, it's so big. It's like you'd have to go all the way back to the first action, the first start of it to really solve the issue, which I think, again, Dateline got to hand it out to Keith Morrison. Like he pointed out, what, you know, St. George, Utah, on a religious retreat, a spirituality retreat. Enter Lori meets Chad Daybell, and the rest, literally, the snowball starts rolling down the hill. And I think what's interesting is Chad was such a con man. He was able to convince her all this stuff and to give up like a what appeared to be really good life. Like and this is like the thing too, is like I do have a lot of friends in the Mormon church and stuff in that society, and it's like from the outside perspective, like this guy was like, he converted for Lori, so he was like a believer,
Right.
He was a provider, he was a good looking guy, he was a business owner, he wasn't married with 5 kids. Like
Right.
there's like just all these things that are just like, I don't get it. Like it's just like, I just don't get it.
Yep.
I wonder if she was like that with all of her husbands.
Somebody said troll alert on here.
Okay, let's kick their asses out.
Where's the troll, guys? We don't do that. We don't like that.
Bugs me as she refers to Charles as her kids in those texts, but she was not even communicating with them about his death. Yeah, absolutely, Leighton. You're absolutely right. I don't understand why, but let's see. I had to mute this thing for it. There we go. I think we're good now. My thing was over here making noise. Did we find our troll? Guys, did we find our no troll? No troll. They said
Okay.
no troll. Cheryl, okay. Guys, let us know if there's a troll. We'll ban him. We'll ban him.
There's some stuff coming in.
All right.
Oh,
I remember Colby
Wow.
saying that his mom was not tech savvy. Man, that worked against her and many others, didn't it? Yes, Carrie, you're right. And it absolutely worked against Alex Cox,
oh yeah.
taking his cell phone with him to do all of the crimes.
Isn't that so stupid? I mean, come on. Don't go commit crimes with your cell phone in this day and age. Who doesn't know that? I mean, he was in his 50s, but even I wouldn't know that.
I think the FBI has more than we think because, like, okay, I've talked about this once before, and I'll go. Actually, you go ahead, and then I'll say. You go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I think my thing is, I was saying, this, if you think about what came out so far in that affidavit, that was very specific. It was about the charges that Chad is being held on right now. Tampering or moving or evidence or body or whatever. That's all that is. So they're just trying to show you that Chad knew there were bodies in his yard, and that when this happened and he sent that message to Tammy and all that, I just think there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be more on all those damn 60 burner phones or whatever they think they were so smart with, their 3 phones or 60 phones, whatever. I think there's going to be more as more charges come. It's going to just kind of be like compartmentalized, like, okay, now this is what Lori did, and this is where she was, and this is what her charges are for this, and this and that. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I get the sense of it being like that isn't the whole thing. That is just a picture of what the charges are for Chad right now. That's what I think that is. What do you think?
I agree. I totally agree with you. I think you're right. And then, the idea that what I was going to say though is that the FBI has they have the phone information, they have all of Chad's phone information, they have Lori's phone information. Sorry, I was looking at something else really quick. And then they have literally everything already before they went and arrested Chad, I think.
I agree. And I think we just have to have as much patience as we have had all along to get more.
Yeah, for sure. Wendy Lee says, so if Chad was excommunicated, how was he able to be sealed in the temple? If you're LDS, temple use is only for members who have completed a mission and are active tithe-paying members. That is a great question. So the answer is, apparently, first of all, you guys might not know this, but they're not actually guarded facilities. It's not like they've got like active guards on deck or anything like that. Second of all, Chad wasn't excommunicated. We'd have to actually get records from the church. I'm pretty sure Chad wasn't excommunicated. It was probably really recently, guys. It was probably within the past 90 days to 6 months. Okay. It was probably relatively sooner to now than it was closer to when it should have been. So that was one of my questions, is how did they get access to all this? And this is one of the things, to my understanding, that they're looking into to understand closer how this could happen. That's a great question, right? If you have a sacred thing, like a ceremony or whatever, that's really special to your religion, and I could just go in there with what was that guy's name? Kathy, Jason, Mao, and he could perform the sealing of the temple sealing rituals, right, without the church's sanctity or whatever. It is really interesting, right? So I do, from my understanding, in April might be able to clear it up, or somebody in her group might be able to kind of be more precise on what they are doing on their end. But yeah, Nate even said in his last interview that the church leadership views what they did as blasphemy. He says this in their interview.
And he's LDS, right? So
Yeah, he is, and I actually will give him some props on that because he came right out. This last episode did a really good job, fairly balancing and saying, okay, these are LDS beliefs, these are not, and then he came right out and said this thing that they did in their temple, in our temple, this is blasphemy. I think is the word he used. So yeah.
So I just got like a huge, and I know somebody already said, let's move on from Annie, but I just got,
Right.
as Annie has posted a like ridiculously long post tonight on True Crime Underground, and it is quite long. And at the very end, she posts that, and it says, by way of reminder, so is she talking to me? Please do not publish any of this publicly. I do not care one bit what groups do and don't do, as long as they're private. But it's quite long. So
Is she posting this? She's posting this at True Crime Underground when there's 12,000 people in there.
13,000, but yeah, look.
Don't worry, guys. You can just go to True Crime Underground where they let everybody
I
in.
don't even have to read it. I'm not going to waste my video on it. But yeah, she's up. She's got all kinds of stuff to say again. But she does put her disclaimer that we're not allowed to talk about it. So we're not talking about it.
I don't see it. Oh no, I see it 13 minutes ago.
I didn't even read it, whatever, but I don't understand it. I feel like she has energy that she needs to put somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I just think she needs
like a full-time job.
Yeah, and there went my phone. She just has some energy. She needs to focus. I mean, like, Robbie, like, seriously, like, get her on board on your idea. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, if you want like something to do, if you want a platform, you want to come on out and you want to say all this, like, I don't understand what her deal is.
right,
I never
all just get together and do something super productive.
Yeah, be positive and do it together as a group, because it sounds like when I read all of her stuff, like what scares me about her is like, it's like almost like she's a little bit like, I don't want to say it publicly, but it's like, I don't know. I'm like a little bit concerned. She's the type of person who just documents everything and looks, I don't know. I'm just like a little bit just like, I don't know about this person, but yeah, I don't know. But you're right. She should come and hang out, and she should, work together.
Really, people in numbers can make a real difference.
Yeah. And
I mean, that's just my thing. I don't know.
Yeah. April says she needs to grieve. And maybe that's the thing, is maybe that's where this extra energy is coming from, right? Is that she's actually directly connected familially to this. Right. I don't know how close she was to her brother, but I did see her comments stating that she had spoken with Tylee and she did hope to have a good relationship with Tylee, and they were looking forward to reconnecting and kindling that bond, and I can appreciate that. Aunts are very special, and any uncles and aunts you get, they come in limited amount,
right?
So if that relationship was there for her, I really am truly saddened that she's not going to be able to have that, and I'm also sad for Tylee too, because she deserved obviously that relationship. After this whole thing has happened, we look at the situation, and out of all the people that could have been there for these kids or should have been there for these kids, they're just it's just like they didn't have a whole lot of people. And it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. You know what I mean? Like, to know that they just they were just left to Lori and Chad.
And there's so much division. I think if everybody that's left as a family, it could just, family, friends, people that are close to them, if it could all just come together, I think they could make such a difference. They could have a platform. They could make some law changes. They could take it to Congress.
Yeah, there could be a law change. There's a couple laws that could change. There could be a law that could change for what happened with Charles as a parent who knows that those kids are in their lives are in danger, and he's explaining, like, in this video that I'm putting together, where you can see how upset he is, and he's just like, they're not getting it either. They're just like, well, you know, these are the rules, you know. And I get that they see a lot of that. Like, I get that they see a lot of these domestic violence cases and domestic disputes, and, like, you know, he said, she said. I get that. I mean, you know, I understand that their job is really hard, but, like, it just sucks, because what would you do if you're a parent and you know this danger is imminent to your children, and she's talking her way out of psychology sittings, and you're like, no, you need a pill, you need to crack that nut. Like, I don't think you actually really talk to her. You know what I mean? And then why was Melanie Gibb able to go with Lori, even if they didn't take her into the room with her? Why was she able to even go? Like, why did she take her? I don't understand that. Like, I think that whatever happened between the evaluation of Lori and the police officers and everything, like, she hoodwinked those fools. And I don't think that
Oh yeah.
I don't think that should just be overlooked at all, is my big thing. That shouldn't just be overlooked. Like, oh, okay, you guys could have stopped this whole thing when the snowball was a little bit bigger, but, you know,
Yep.
the precious lives haven't been lost. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so true.
And I mean, I don't even know if that would have been the answer, but I'm just saying, like, anything like that could have been done. Like, if I were, like, I don't have kids, but if I had kids, I would want to know this stuff. Okay. I would want to know, like, what I could do if I was this man who was, like, going to law enforcement. Oh, and then the other thing too that you did bring up is the fact that his bishop was in the car, or that his church failed him. Like, in that one video, you're like, his church failed him, or you brought multiple sources. I don't think you said his church. I think I'm pointing out his church. His church failed him. He brought it to his bishop. He said there is a problem. And even his church and his bishop was like, yeah, this bee is crazy. She was not married to Moroni. She needs to be psychologically evaluated. Like, we're working on getting these people excommunicated because of their beliefs. Like, he went to every form, every level of, like, authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really, really, really tried
Like,
hard.
what would you do? Like, you're a parent. Like, what would you do? You're a parent. Like, like, the only thing he didn't do, which, since he was in Arizona, that man should have went and armed himself with a concealed carry. You know what I mean? Like, so that when he finally had to face off with a-hole Alex, you know, he would have at least had a shot.
Yep. Absolutely. But I think that Charles knew she was threatening, but I honestly think in a lot of ways he had that denial thing going on too, that it would never happen.
Yeah, I feel like Tylee had that same thing where it was like, yeah, she's crazy. She believes in some off the wall crap. She would never. It's my mom, but she'll never hurt me though, right?
Kill me. She's not going to kill my stepdad. She's not.
She's not gonna kill JJ.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a lot of questions about LDS in here, and so I feel like I can address some of it. So respectfully address it, of course. So I'm actually from Utah, and I know a lot about the religion. So, and I know how to say things without being offensive. And I know how to say things and to be offensive too. So don't get me wrong. I know both sides of the coin. But I know how to do things. Mary L. Johnson says she's ex-FLDS, which is the fundamental LDS. And she pretty much is scared all religions now. All religions scare her now. Marielle, I'm really sorry to hear that. And, you know, not all religious groups are bad. A lot of them can be good. And, you know, the Bible actually says that when 3 or more people pray together, that God hears them, right? So I think that getting together in religious groups isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I think letting people control ideology to a point of where it dictates certain aspects of one's life, it's really scary. Like in this case, like ideologies like zombies, and I want to be clear on that. Like ideologies like the person becoming a zombie and their spirit leaving their body. Like some of these extra things is what I'm talking about. That I just like. Ugh. But yeah, go ahead, Kathy. It looked like you wanted to say something.
No, I'm listening because I don't.
Let's
I
see.
honestly don't know anything. And I was talking today when we did our Sixth Sense, my highest level. We did our Zoom call today, and I
Yeah.
was asking, and they weren't LDS either, but I was asking, you know, as being brought up, me personally, Orthodox Christian in the Greek Orthodox Church. It's very ceremonial. It's very, you know, and there isn't any of these like anything except for the biblical beliefs. That's it. Like there's nothing. And so I'm just what my question about LDS was
Uh-huh.
why, how do I say this? Like, is there some belief system that's kind of a little bit outside of the normal Christian belief that would get these people to go this way? Why? And I know there's crazy Christian groups.
Yeah. Like the Duggars.
Yeah, exactly. So how do they get to stay in the church, number one, go to church and pull people out to go into this other belief system that has things that mainstream LDS is like, no, we don't believe in multiple probations. No, we don't have portals. No. And then other people that don't know anything about the religion are like, oh, crazy Mormons, you know? So it's really hard. I think a lot of the people that are mainstream LDS, that all the people I've ever worked with, I have a lot of doctors I work with that are mainstream LDS that were amazing people with their kids that all became doctors and everything else, like great, solid, nicest people. I think my doctor that delivered my second two kids is LDS, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I worked with him for years and years too. So I would have never, ever thought in my mind that anybody going to his church would be able to just like go in there, pull other people out and go into this all this wackadoodle
Yeah.
stuff. So
I can add some context. So they layer it in. So this Church of the Firstborn, I read somewhere that there's members of that particular group in that church that identify themselves as such. And while they were practicing this, they're advocating to be able to go and participate in regular LDS church and participate and function within these groups. And it's in another video that I saw earlier today that was really, there was an ex-LDS church member coming in. Her husband was still LDS. But, you know, she said it's a real big head in the sand kind of thing. She said, you know, one of the big, and I've observed this ever since I was a little boy growing up there. Anytime there's a major problem with society or with something that goes on and their church is faced with a big dilemma like this, it's a real big head in the sand moment where we basically just kind of we just ignore the problem and act like it doesn't exist and act like it's not there, right? Like I can't even begin to tell you how many gay guys I knew in high school that like we all just knew were gay, but it was just like we pretended they weren't. And you know, I'm pretty sure still today they just pretend they're not gay, and like we all know that they are. Anyways, but it's just like that's like very like indicative of their culture, right? Like anytime there's a major problem, it's a big head in the sand moment. Like we're just and then it's it's only when something big like this happens, like what's happened with JJ and Tylee, that it's like they're being called to the carpet, right? There's all these people who are not LDS that are going, how is this connected? Why is it connected? And where it's connected is where I'm kind of explaining right now, is that the question you're asking is, there's people in these wards that it's almost like your neighbors that sit in church next to you, right? You know, it's like, you know, you've heard, like these guys have heard Chad Daybell's portal beliefs. Actually, there's all kinds of reporting now where he would go to people's houses and do parlor sittings and basically do psychic readings for people. And he would say, he would pull out his pendulum and ask, were you born in the 18th century or the 1800s? You know, and he would do that kind of crap, you know, and so it's not like it's going around in secrecy, even it's just blatant, right? And so I think from what I have learned since this whole thing has happened, there are, especially now, aware of it, and they're not going to allow this to happen again. But what I will tell you is this is exactly how they are. This is very, very indicative of their culture. This is how they deal with problems. They don't. They would rather turn a blind eye. They don't want to call all these people to the carpet because, listen, they want all of Ian Pulowski's family members to go to church still because they want that 10% of Ian Pulowski's family members' earnings, which is written into their membership. If they want their temple recommends, if they want all the things that their doctrine offers them, if they want to elate to the highest celestial level after they die and go to heaven, they have to abide by all these rules, right? And so there's skin in the game.
And I think the Catholic churches like that, the Greek Orthodox churches like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not divorced in the Greek Orthodox Church. I've been divorced since 2004 because I have to send them some money and fill out a piece of paper, you know? So
yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
So so I'm not, you know, it's not a bad thing, but it is a business.
Yeah. No, and I think that the one thing that any Christian group of believers, if you look at the Bible, there's this one particular story where Jesus goes to the temple and he starts flipping over the merchants' tables. Like, this is a place to worship God. Get all of your retail out of here. You know, you're selfish. Help me make money. Help me profit off of this, right? And I will say, from an outsider's perspective, I did observe, and I still observe, a lot of that within the LDS faith, as a Christian individual, between the amount of money and the type of materials that go into their temples, to, you know, and how it's one of the things that one of the okay, this is happening in the chat right now. Fundamentalists are LDS. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. So Belskra Belling, sorry, I don't know if I said it. Belskra Belling said that FLDS are LDS. Okay, so here's the deal. Technically, we have to reserve and proclaim the LDS church for the members, such as people like my family, right? Who I know are good people they don't believe in all this portal crap that Chad believes in. And yeah, they probably believe in, like, some really, if you really want to get into the brass tacks, like some really unchristian things. But I just accept them. You know, I don't care. Like, again, I don't care if you believe in a spaghetti monster. I don't care. Just don't hurt anybody. Right. The thing that the Daybell, that the Chad and Lori did wrong is they hurt a lot of people. And I think the thing that this is going to open the eyes for a lot of people is that it's not just this group and their connection to Mormonism, but there's a lot of this going on in this country, whether it's this group or other groups that are, you know, maybe evangelical Bible thumpers that are, you know, like, I mean, you never know, right? So please don't think that I'm, like, focusing. Right. But
LDS, I mean, they're very, you know, guarded with this whole thing because they happen to be, you know, but I think if it was a Catholic family that went off and did this stuff, it would be the same thing. The Catholic will be like, no, we're not with this. This isn't Catholics, you know, or this isn't what we are, Greek Orthodox, or this isn't, you know,
right,
whatever, you know.
Right. And that right there that you just told me, like, did you ever get that from their religions? You won't go to heaven if you don't do this, or you won't go to heaven if you don't do that, kind of thing? Have you ever gotten that from the Greek Catholic? Yeah.
No. I was raised with the punishing God, like, and that isn't how it works, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, I mean, literally my grandmother, if I said something mean and then I tripped and stubbed my toes, God punished you, you know?
Yeah.
So it's always like the punishing God.
Wow. And then you stub your toe and it's God too. Wow. How awful.
God got you. I'm like,
that's awful.
Mean.
Did you believe that?
So you had to deprogram over your lifetime and go, no. That's not who he is, right? But that's how they were. And the basic basis of the religion is very pure and very real, and it is the true Christian religion. It is Catholic and the Greek Orthodox, Russian, whatever, the whole Orthodox. they were the same. They separated over the Pope years and years ago, but basically they are the original Christian
The
religion.
same doctrine. The doctrines are the same, basically.
Right, exactly. But yeah, that it was like my grandmother. I don't know. She was born and raised in Greece, and her God was God punished you. You know, so stuff like that you have to go. Okay, you know, we could sit there and say this. Oh my God, I hate that religion because they believe in this and that, but it really isn't how they believe. It's not the religion. It's the. I mean, how do you even say that? Like my mom was born in 1937, so this was her mother. God, you know, late 1800s born. You know what I mean? So you can't just go, oh, we've evolved so fast and so much since then. But you know, you have to respect. I feel like even the LDS, you have to respect your roots and your religion and where you came from.
Yeah.
And
So
it's like me, you know.
Yeah, and
go, okay, that probably was baloney, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So like what I want to give to the Mormons is that they did do a really good job adapting. They basically decided that okay, it's really so the story how they got rid of polygamy. So we need to talk about it. So polygamy was a part of the religion. So the thing that you guys got to understand about the religion is that it's a very propelling religion. Like if you want something, this religion is going to get like it's a what's manifestating. It's a self-manifestating kind of doctrine, right? Like you can literally be like, I want a state way back west and I want to fill it full of my own people, and then I'm going to do it all by myself with my 23 freaking families, and we're going to just do it with polygamy, and we're going to have extra wives, and we're going to keep building the population and not spreading the genes apart, and we're just going to keep building and building and building and building and building until we want to become a state of the union, which is what happened. And this, you know, the government said you can't do this anymore. And so all of the sudden the church said, we've got, hold the presses. The living prophet at the time, which was Brigham Young, if I'm not mistaken, said, look, we can't do this anymore. God is telling me to become one with the law of the land. And this is the one thing I will give them. They are the LDS. They love that. They love the law of the land. They love it. Sorry guys. It was a half F-bomb. I started into the F-bomb and I segued out of it. But yeah, you know, and so they joined the United States and got rid of the fundamental beliefs of this polygamy. And I like I just explained, I believe the premise, like I said, with them self-fulfilling their own destiny kind of thing, like that was created as a mechanism, you see, to overpopulate a geographic area. Does that make sense? Like it was a created tool to provide the heart of the valley that is in Provo and Orem today, if that makes any sense. So like if he didn't do that, like, and if that wasn't the thing, like I don't even think like we might not even have a state. We might not even have a church of them. So I think it was definitely one of those things. And I think what's really crazy about it is whenever you bring it up, anybody you talk to about the LDS faith, they think, oh, the polygamous, and you're like, well, they don't do that actively. You know what I mean? But I think that's the whole story about that. And that's why they do want to really kind of show that you know, there's them and their current structure, and then this was how they were back in the 1800s, and there are doctrines in their church that kind of explain it better than I just did. So anyway,
it's so funny. People jump in now and they're like, what did I miss?
yeah. We were just trying to tie a couple things together and explain
what
it.
did you miss? About what? How many hours did we do? Oh my goodness, I love everybody. Scott Reich, Melissa, we're talking. What somebody said? Scott Reich, Zuli's it. I'm about as religious as a sack of cotton balls.
What about Scott Reich? I like Scott.
Scott Reich, I watch him too. The only thing that one day he was kind of annoying because when he posted the wrong Melanie Gibbs address and stuff. That wasn't okay, but he took it down. So all's given, you know, we all make mistakes. Oh, look, Carrie thinks we make a great team.
Heck yeah.
You
Thank
guys
you.
should keep up with her.
I love her. I love her. Thanks, sweetie Pilo.
Kathryn Robbie do a live once a month. Yeah, we could do that. We got a lot of stuff
I
to
don't
say.
agree. This polygamy thing was an excuse for these men. Hold on, I want to see. Alexandra, I don't. Go ahead and clarify if you can, please. Are you saying that my understanding of why it was a big deal in the 1800s and the creation of the state of Utah, or are you saying it's not a part of the Lori Vallow Chad Daybell case as it pertains to Chad being sealed to multiple wives? Please let me know, because I'm curious. And if you disagree, let me. I'm open to being educated too. Like if I'm wrong about something or something.
Right. No problem. You can say you're wrong.
It's simply really Chad and Lori are truly old-fashioned murderers, all about greed and lust. I agree.
I completely agree with that. They pretend it. So that's what I think. I really don't. I think they got people to believe what they were selling. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I think Melanie
Yes.
Pulowski actually believes the
Thank you,
bullshit.
Jessica.
And I think Melanie Gibb actually believed their bullshit.
Yeah, I think that there's still a level of belief.
Don't think that Chad and Lori actually believed their bullshit. I think they were salesmen. And they were selling bullshit, and they found people that believed it, and these people still believe it, like Melanie Pulowski. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think Lori understood very well what her assets and attributes are in this life. You know, she's using her tool sets to the best of her ability throughout her whole entire life, if you look at her historically, to get whatever it is that she wants. You know, yeah, absolutely.
Wow, you got quite the fan club going on here.
Well, thank you guys. I do. Okay. Well, I grew up in Springville. Actually, I didn't go to the same elementary school that the Daybells did. However, I did go to elementary school, and there you go to elementary school grades 1 through 5 with the same like 30 kids. So there's kids that I went to elementary school with that I have on my Facebook still. And I have tried to ping them about this case, you know, asking questions about the grandparents. Yeah, so it's interesting. And knowing is half the battle, and understanding too. Like, I was wrong about a couple things. I will admit when I'm wrong, and I'll own it when I'm wrong. That's why I do want to make it clear. Like, there's a lot of really good LDS people who, yeah, maybe their version of Christianity is a little bit different, but you know what? I don't really care as long as they're not hurting anybody. And for the majority, they're not. This is an extreme group of people who have taken their doctrine, and like I said earlier, they literally have perverted it to like suit their own like self needs. Like, Chad wants to get rid of children, so they become zombies. Or in the beginning, it was demons. If you heard Melanie Gibbs, she said, "Oh, in the beginning, it was they were demons, and then they become zombies." Like, you know what I mean? I really feel like this is just something that whatever Chad needs to come up with at the moment of, like, he's going to do that. And I think that he's really blurred the line between the divine and, you know, what's science fiction, I guess we could say.
Absolutely. Yeah. He played with people.
Yeah, he played with people's minds.
He did. And he used it. But it still blows me away because he's not very like charismatic. Like, I could understand if he was some hot dude or something.
Yeah, right.
Like,
for sure.
Like,
for sure.
Bad people like.
Well,
really?
That's how you know she was bought in hook, line, and sinker. She believes that she's a god. Lori Vallow believes that she's a god. That's how you know you don't leave $1 million home in Arizona with a business that, like, as her husband had a business. Her husband Charles bought her oldest son Colby and his wife a car. Like, I mean, like, this guy, like, you don't leave like stability and like the life You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
For
he was with Charles for 14 years. So that says something. Like it couldn't have been all that bad, right? For that long.
right. And thanks for pointing that out, Belsgra. I don't know. I don't want to offend any religion. I don't want to offend anybody in their religion. There's too much of that. I think nobody really knows. I don't think anybody, even religious people, really know. They can swear up, down, left, right, and center that they know what happens to them as soon as they die, and they know X, Y, and Z. But I really don't think anybody really knows personally. So, until we're all dead and get to talk about this conversation on the other side, like I don't want to. I honestly just I don't entertain. I know the difference between right and wrong. I know that religion can be good and being spiritual can be good. I know that as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it's okay. You know what I mean? And I think that that's where Chad and Lori really got it wrong, is they really obviously use their religion to hurt a lot of people. I think for me personally, until Melanie Pulowski gets help, she's like she's a bad person. She's a perpetrator, but I think she's a victim. She's a victim too.
Yeah, because they messed with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also weak-minded in the beginning, so yeah, they messed with her. Absolutely.
Yeah. And to answer Alexandra, there is only one God. You're right. And you know what, Alexandra, even the LDS and some of their deeper meanings, I believe that at the end of the day, they believe in the one true Christian God, the Alpha and the Omega that the Bible talks about.
Right. When you put all the other crap together, when it really comes down to it.
At the end of the day, yeah. And they can do all of the spiritual gymnastics they need to get through that. What do you do for a living? I'm an information technology graduate. I did work at AT&T for 11 years, and I was a manager. I used to run AT&T stores in Northern California for AT&T Corporate. And now I'm in between jobs. I've had a couple of contract IT positions, and currently looking for a full-time role right now. I did turn down a couple, but I'm like looking for like the right job, right? So yeah, Alexandra, I agree with that. Do no harm, man. We all have our lives that we gotta live, and we all know life isn't the easiest thing. So why don't we do no harm to each other, because we all know there'll be plenty of harm done anyway.
Yep, for real.
Cool. What does everybody else do for a living? I feel like that question can be good or bad. It's like, if I'm an executive, it's a great answer. If I'm a garbage man, maybe I'm like, don't want to answer that. Like, I don't know.
I love the questions. I'm just looking at them on my phone since I can't see them on my chat anymore with this, but I just got to get the two screens because I think it'll be easier.
Just one extra monitor. Go on Facebook Marketplace and just find I'm telling you, people,
right? You're right here.
Anything for the chat. It doesn't have to be like fancy. Like half of my friends, half of my gamer friends that stream, like we all donate each other old equipment. Like if I just had an extra.
Well, my son Nick, he has my other monitor in there with his game.
Tell him Mama's got a stream. Mom's got a stream. Mama's making the bacon right now. We're making content for the internet.
Give me my thing back right now.
Which, by the way, you're a very cool mom, Kathy. You are such a cool mom. How did I meet Kathy? Well, I met Kathy through Left Undone, and I noticed that I was really impressed with how good she was, and so I wanted to talk to her because I was like, hey, I want to try to help out in any way I can because I can see what you're doing. And I think I realized I wanted to reach out to her and started to talk to her because we were watching something she was streaming something and we were watching something, but she was holding up her phone to the camera like that, which is fine. It did the trick, but it was just like, let me hit you up. I want to sync up with you. And so we started talking, and one thing led to the next, and now we're friends. That, and there was some moderation that was needed too, that I think she just needed an extra set of eyes. But the thing about moderation that's really hard is my theory on mods in chat is I like to have this is just me personally. I like to have good ones that I can trust and a lot of them because not everybody's going to be there all the time. Yeah. And I get it. Like everybody's got lives, everybody's got jobs, everybody's got things. So, you know,
I think in the beginning, because I only had a few, I was like, I only want a few, but then all of a sudden nobody was here. And I was like, where the hell is
yeah.
help? And of
Yeah.
course there were trolls that day. And I was like, oh.
And it was just the worst day to have no mods. I understand. And it makes it hard too, because you're just wanting to enjoy what you're doing. And you've got these people that are just crapping on it. And you're just like, okay.
So yeah, but I think we got it worked out now. Although we just lost Rhea. I don't know what happened. She disappeared on us, but
Well, who knows? Maybe is she on
happened.
Is she still on Facebook somewhere else?
yeah.
Oh, that's not good. That means it.
Actually, she's still my Facebook friend, so I don't know, but I sent her messages. I hope everything's okay. I don't know.
You know what though? Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just not something I noticed.
Yeah.
Something I noticed with being in the Facebook group. I'm not a big Facebooker, but this group has increased my Facebook activity like 5,000%. Like Facebook should be writing you a letter. They're like, we haven't seen this man for several years, but now he's here again. Yeah.
That's like my kids, they'll be like, I'm not on Facebook, Mom. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook, Mom. I'm like, well, whatever I am. So
Right. Wendeley, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Toys R Us, man. It's really too bad. Yeah, I actually got laid off from my store role, and then I ended up getting hired back for a different like role that was very sales oriented, and it just wasn't the best fit. And I had my degree, and like I went into IT, and so yeah. But yeah, it's really sad when businesses go under. I loved Toys R Us. The last thing I bought there was the SNES Mini. It was the last place in town. I got the very last one in line too. So
many good memories with Toys R Us. Look at all the RNs on here. I got a lot of my people on here. You guys know I'm an RN too, right?
Mm-hmm.
April, like, look at, they're all like, I'm an RN. There's a whole bunch of them. That's super cool. I love my nurse people.
Hell yeah.
So I'm a high-risk
yeah.
OB nurse. I worked labor and delivery for a long time and hospice for a couple years, and I work high-risk OB case management now. So a lot of nurses. A lot of everybody's kind of telling what they are, which I really like because I like to know.
Well, you get to know people.
Oh, look. Sweetie Pie Low says, Robbie and Kathy, what did you think of Carl Danger last night on J4J?
We talked about that actually. So my first thing is I think that man, if he's gonna go on these shows, he needs to get a microphone and like a setup, because I couldn't hear, like he would start to say something that I really wanted to hear the end of his sentence and then it would cut out. And that was really frustrating for me. And I had never heard this man's voice. I was listening to him describe the details of the case. And by the way, how he behaved last night, Kathy, you said he was on his best behavior last night. It sounded like he was almost like a different person or something.
Very different than he is in his group. Like in his group, he flat out, I would never guess it was the same person.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't sound like it was the same person. He sounded more normal and more not cocky and not nasty. And in his group, he will flat out call people names. I mean, he's done it to me, So I don't get the difference. But I do think sometimes people get very brave behind a keyboard versus when they're their real self.
He was being him real self last night on that podcast. I felt like, at least when he was talking, I felt like he was being genuine. Maybe he's really good at faking it, but I was like, and I was really agreeing. I mean, I have to go back and re-listen, but like whatever he was saying at one point, I was really digging it on. I was agreeing with what he was saying. I was like, dude, this guy's right about that. So it sounds like he's an asshole, and I can't say that. Sorry. He is. For what he said about you, I don't care. Like, and I didn't realize this was the person until this morning, right? Until we had a little chat in our admins group. But I didn't realize that this man was that, because it seemed from last night from what I heard audio wise on that podcast, he seemed, like I said earlier, maybe he's on his best behavior. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was
and he's not the only one. One of these girls that I really, really love that I've been talking to for months here. She sent me
Mhm.
a message today and she's like, oh my gosh, did you listen to Jay for Justice? She had a guy on there that really like knows some stuff and blah, blah, blah. And you should go listen to it. I'm like, eye roll. And she's like, what? And I'm like, that was Carl. She's like,
Yeah.
Carl,
I-
Carl that you're talking about, Carl that's mean to you? I'm like, yeah, that Carl. Carl's an nasty ass group.
Again.
That's Carl.
And another
Really was like completely two different people.
people. The thing is like, and if it was somebody like that knows so much about the case, right? That has so much information that can actually like articulately explain and get out a few sentences, you know, it's really unfortunate that like we all can't just get along because we all are interested in the same thing here. Like that's literally what is mind blowing to me. You know what I mean? Like it's like we all have the same interest right here. Like we all have different observations and perspectives. Like I keep hearing like different people's perspectives on this case and I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't even think of it that way. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting. You know what I mean? And instead of just being a-holes to each other and, you know, not like we're not gonna like every take, you know what I mean? And it's okay to disagree, but it's like, you know, don't again, like let's not forget that like there's still benefit to be gleaned by everybody's opinion. Like literally, even him, like I was like shocked. Like I like after I heard them explain who it was on the podcast, I DM'd April and I was like, hey, why don't we like this guy again? Because I didn't get like where it was all connected with some of the insults. I didn't get some of the insults that I had heard before and then connected like this guy is the perpetrator, the one who was speaking right now, right? So it's like, wow, it's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. It did.
Night, Patty.
Honestly didn't. My new chair is very fuzzy. It's getting all over my black clothes, but
A jacket.
yeah. I got a new super duper fuzzy chair. It's really comfortable, but it's it's fuzzy. So it's getting all over everything.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a chair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a chair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a chair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, but right now Fuzzy Wuzzy has hair.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you wrap up your stream.
I'm gonna end. I mean, we've been on for a long
I've really
glad
enjoyed
that
this.
Everybody showed up for us to do our
Thank you guys.
experimental.
Yeah, this was a success. We figured it out. We figured out how to play video.
For sure, I like it, and I like the idea that we can come on if there's some news break or some court hearing, and we can just share screen and we can all do this together. So
Absolutely. You guys have a good night. And Kathy, I'll drop off here so you can say goodbye to everybody. Okay. All right.
Robbie, thank
Bye.
you so much. Appreciate all your help. Thank you. Bye. You want us to do this again, Carrie? We'll do it again. I think it was good. Jessica, what do you think? We should do it again? I think so too. Please do this again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's nice because it's not just me and my mouth going blah, 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 and reading, you know, we're all kind of reading and we're all kind of talking and interacting and the chat's interacting. So I really appreciate that everybody was able to jump in tonight and do this with us. And we'll do it again. And if you guys want to become a member, we can do this on the Friday night happy hour too, you know, sometimes. I think that'd be great. So. And this was just a surprise, like, hey, here we are. We're trying something new. So I'm glad you guys stuck around to let us work it out and figure it out. Much appreciated. Very much. Thanks. Just thanks for coming away from your family and everything. All right. Jess, you still there?
I'm here.
All right. So I guess we're done. Bye, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jessica. And bye, Robbie. He's already gone. And anybody have any ideas? Anybody want to come on and be on here? I would love to have somebody that, you know, a guest, more guests. I think that's good. I think people like that, you know, more opinions, more people even related or not related to the case that have some knowledge about this stuff. It'd be awesome. So I very much appreciate it. All
I
right.
think it worked out really good.
I do too. Thank you, Jessica. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost 11 o'clock here. And I'm on like one of the earlier time zones. So thank you, Jessica. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.